What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 24 of the podcast Beyond, called Beyond the Kai, and 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 we are going to be talking about all sorts of topics, in, including Karate Kid and Co- Cobra Kai, of course. Okay. With all that being said, l- l- let me bring in my co-hosts and friends. First, Yoda Joe
Yes, indeed. We are here it's been a while, but we are here for a good time.
and Melissa,
Bonsai. How's everybody doing?
and last but not least, Jake the Snake.
Yo, what's up?
Yo, what's up?
He's like, yo, what's up? What's up? What's up? We got a pretty good show, guys. It's gonna be a good night.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
Have you played Fortnite now that Sub-Zero's in there?
No, not yet.
Sorry, I got a text from Natural Ed real quick.
Thank you, Lori.
How is Retro Lad doing? I talked to him a
Good.
little bit. I talked to him a little bit on the chat.
He sent me some information about a video he wants me to make tonight. So I was reading the information he sent me about the new Avatar show. But yeah, no. So I don't know. I'm gonna have to get some Fortnite in at some point tonight. Then check it out, right?
Yeah.
Really, this guy again.
Okay.
JD to take a shot, bro.
All right. I'm making.
What's our first topic, Underground?
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna get my jacket.
All right.
It's a little chilly.
I want.
Get out of here.
I
I'm taking
want
care of him. Hold on.
to
I got it.
talk about every Karate Kid movie if we can.
And Sunday and then
Like
lots of time to recover.
like what your likes and dislikes about the movies are, and
Hey, Chosen.
Hey, Chosen.
I've returned.
What's up,
Only
Chosen?
one
How you
goal.
doing?
Save my city.
Yeah.
Hey.
and
Before we go into that, Joe, do you have any Cobra Kai news to share with us?
I mean, I got no news off the top of my head right now. It's all just theories right now, but I am hearing some things.
What's up, Chosen?
I have talked to a couple people, and there should be some announcements. Karate Kid Legends, they're gonna put a lot of effort into Karate Kid Legends, and I think there's gonna be some pretty big surprises pretty soon.
I'm ignoring that.
Did you hear? Hold on, Jake. Did you hear? So did you hear like these things? Did you hear any like news about spinoffs or?
I've heard that the spinoff talk is still kind of going quiet right now. I think they're waiting to see what happens with like Karate Kid Legends, but it is gonna happen sooner or later. It's just a matter of when.
Yeah. Do you think we'll get the confirmation before Karate Kid Legends or a few months after?
We could. It's hard to say right now. Because it's really hard to know what they're going to do.
Wait, hold on. Joe, wait. You think we'll get the confirmation a couple of months after, or?
Yeah, it's hard to say. Yeah, right now,
Okay.
it's up in the, right now it's up in the air. I don't know for
Can I
sure.
can I just be honest though? Because I talked to a couple people about this and I can agree. I hope they do it after. I want them to take a breathe for a sec, because you just finished your show. Take a breathe for a sec. Like, take a couple months and then you can do whatever the frick you want. I don't care. You can do spin-offs for all I care.
People are excited. They're begging for more right now, Chosen. They really want more.
I know, but I'm just saying, the show just ended. Like, just take your time with it, because I want to break from Cobra Kai just for like a little bit, because I love this show. Like,
I'm not even gonna show my face now.
Karate Kid Legends is just it's something that I've seen a lot of people getting excited about, and I actually think you want to know my theory, guys?
What?
Yeah.
I think one of the reasons why they're not announcing spin-offs is because I think Karate Kid Legends is going to be the thing to confirm one of the spin-offs.
That's what I think too.
I know what it is, Joe. I have a feeling I know what it is.
What do you think it is?
I think it's something to do with Sensei Wolf. I have a feeling he might be in this one. I don't know why.
I have a feeling too, because I really think I've been thinking about it ever since we saw how do I put this?
Every time we learn more about his story, right? His backstory.
Yeah.
His name too.
I think so too. I know Cobra Kai Karate is not a huge fan of them of this movie, and I know that he's not going to be a huge fan of them doing an Iron Dragon spinoff, but I think it's happening.
I mean, I'm still gonna watch it regardless.
Yeah. I think though too, like if we get a spinoff, like, and I'm not talking a spinoff, there are 3 spinoffs that I want to happen. There are a couple of spinoffs that I want to happen. I want an Iron Dragon spinoff, and I'm talking about spinoffs. I'm talking about spinoffs, not the prequel. I definitely want the Miyagi prequel to happen. I definitely want that. When we'll get it, I don't know. I want to get it. I definitely want to get it. But for spinoffs, I want I would like a Chosen and Kim spinoff, an Iron Dragon spinoff, an Iron Dragon spinoff, and a Sam and Okinawa spinoff, and maybe a Robbie and Tori spinoff.
I think they're all going to happen. It just depends.
Can I add on to the Robbie and Tori spinoff? And I'm going to be real honest, and I know a lot of people might call me a hater. Please give them new writers. I do not trust the Victor. After what they did to Robbie in Part 3, I do not trust them anymore, because
more new writers. Okay.
No, I get it. They wanted to do it for plot because Miguel needs to win the tournament. I get that.
But but in all honesty, would you trust the Miyagi-verse in anyone else's hands other than these guys? Because they've done such a great job.
Here's the thing, Melissa. I am fine with other characters. I just don't trust them with Robbie. After what they did to Robbie,
I know, but I wouldn't trust anyone else with this universe other than the big 3. If you put new writers if you give them new writers, but like they've done such a great job with this universe. Like
no, but like here's the thing, Melissa. If there's like a writer that's a big fan of Robbie, then I'll be like, okay, you can give this writer the show. I'll be fine with that.
Okay, but the big 3,
I'm sorry.
The big 3 must be involved, all right? Because it's this universe is safe in their hands.
I just don't trust him with Robbie. I personally do not trust him.
Well, I trust
if they actually did a good job.
I'm sorry, if I have to choose between Robbie and the universe, I'd rather them. I want them to be involved with the universe, because they've proven.
Okay, then let's have Robbie lose in his own show, because the big 3 probably wants them to have Robbie lose.
I'm not saying that, but you don't know. First of all, you don't know what's going to happen, and they did tease something like at the end with this conversation with Robbie. Remember, with Johnny. Remember, they said it sucks that the world that I could have beaten him. It sucks that the world will never get to see that. That's a tease right there.
Yep. And I'll be honest. I don't want to pit brother against brother, but I'll be honest, Chosen, and I don't know how much I can say, because I know certain things. I don't know 100% what's going to happen yet, but I'll be honest. I have a feeling that as great as it is that Cobra Kai won the second Taikai, as great as it is that Miguel won it and beat Axe and all the crazy things, I think the writers, when they were making the scripts for that season, or that story, I think they realized that after all the times that Robbie has been shit on, Robbie deserves a real win.
Yes,
Yeah.
because these writers do not
But
like.
I think that they will
listen,
if Robbie gets a spinoff. I do think that they will. And I'm sorry, Chosen, but I think that the big three, I would trust the universe. They're the only ones that I would
that's.
trust
I'm not
to-
saying. Listen, I'm not saying I don't trust him with the universe. That I'm okay with. It's just his character is what I don't trust him with. Like I'm fine with the universe. They can do whatever with the universe, but his character I don't trust him with because after what they did to this character in the season, like
right. But
I can't
Robbie's a
trust. Like if
part
they
of
want
that
to do Miguel and
universe.
Sam, yeah, like that's fine. The universe they can do anything with the universe. I do not care. That I'm fine with because they can do anything with Chosen and Kim. They can do anything with Hawk and Dimitri. That's cool. Like the binary bros, you can do a show with that. And, well, it's just this one character.
No, I understand what you're saying, but Robbie's a part of that universe. So what happens to him is in their hands.
I can't get over the fact that they haven't. Oh my god.
It's all
okay.
good, Jake.
It's all good.
You haven't, Jake?
It's all good.
Silver's just being a moron again and was getting to Jake.
Yeah.
Oh, I see your message.
But that's what I'm that's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping for a Robbie and Tori spinoff, a Sam and Okinawa spinoff, and an Iron Dragon spinoff.
Oh yeah, and Chosen, you
And
probably
Chosen
don't know
and Kim.
you probably don't know my theory yet, Chosen, but the Robbie and Tori spinoff might be the most important spinoff because of one reason and one reason only.
Okay.
Have you heard my theory about the Robbie and Tori spinoff?
What?
Well, I know
I
you
don't
know
think
this.
I did.
I told you. Is that when they're going to all these world tournaments, Chosen, that Johnny and Daniel have to stay in the valley, and Daniel's gonna be busy in Karate Kid Legends doing whatever he's doing. So even if he's back in the valley or whatever, they can't go with Robbie and Tori on this adventure. And so the big thing about that is that would mean that while they'll always be their senseis, Daniel is no longer Robbie's sensei.
Yeah.
It will be Mike Barnes instead.
Oh yeah, you did tell me that. Yeah.
So I think the reason that they're going to do this show is while those two will be competing in tournaments together, I think they'll need a world-class sensei to teach them.
And another thing that they're gonna do. Another thing they're gonna do, and I know a lot of people are not gonna like this because they don't like this character, but they gotta bring her back because it's important. Zara needs to come back. Like as much as people don't like it,
I
she
think
needs
that
to come back.
I think didn't John tease up something about that?
The big three said
That's
something.
what I'm saying. Like he said that Tori and Zara are gonna meet again, which makes sense because
Yeah. But
Yeah, I
I
think
do also want a Sam and Okinawa spinoff. I think that there's plenty of
we'll get it. I'm not saying it's not important. I think it's still very important, and it's still very likely to happen, Melissa. Like I do think that there is potential for it. Don't get me wrong. I think that there still is a good chance. I wanted to talk to you guys about what you thought about each movie of the Karate Kids, ratings on the movies. Oh, we're gonna get into that.
Yeah, we're gonna get
Yeah.
into that,
We
definitely.
can get into that. Yeah, no.
Yeah,
So
let's
I
get into that actually. Let's talk about that.
But
right
Joe,
now.
wait, hold on, Joe. What were we gonna finish saying?
I was gonna say I still think that the Okinawa storyline has a lot of potential and it is gonna be quite great. I just feel like for Sam, I love where her arc goes and then where it is even gonna where I think it ends next. I think this is gonna be really interesting. But I feel like even though Tori got the Sekai Taikai, what a lot of people don't realize about Robbie's arc is Robbie's entire arc in season 6 was about Tori. And so the fact that both of those two are going to have a spinoff where they're the central focus is going to be so beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my opinion on that situation. I just feel like that it was destined for them to be in a spinoff where they're both get to compete. If you do the math, in part 1, Robbie and Tori are in the same dojo for a little bit. Then Tori is ripped away going to Cobra Kai. Then in part 2, they're on the opposite team and it nearly messes up his focus. Then in part 3, they're on the same team, but when Cobra Kai becomes Cobra Kai, Robbie's already injured. So
that's the thing.
So that's what I'm saying is this will be the first time that they get a whole time dedicated to them winning a global tournament together or global tournaments.
That is true, actually. I never thought about that, Joe.
So you got to think about
Yeah.
it that way. Is that it's a part of his whole arc? But yeah, like I said, so you want to know about our thoughts on the Karate Kid films and the movies in written. Now, when you say Karate Kid films, I know we talk about the Miyagi-verse a lot, but are you including the 2010 movie Underground, or are we just ignoring that completely?
Well, I kind of think that we have to.
We're gonna have to include it at some point because we're gonna have to rewatch
Yeah.
it pretty soon because it's actually somewhat important to the story.
Exactly, it's canon.
Yep.
Yep, it's canon. Yep.
Even though
All right.
James Smith didn't show up and win the Sakatai guy, it's still canon.
Yeah.
What? Oh, okay.
Okay. So
Were you laughing when I said honey?
I just wanted to go around the table or
So
screen.
are we ranking them individually and then we get to say our score for each of them, or how we
That's
doing?
gonna work, actually. That's my good. That's good.
Yeah, Lori, I heard
Um,
that. Lori, I heard that. I heard that rumor too. I don't know if it's true or not.
What was the rumor?
Legend Li Fong is Chang's brother.
Like
That's pretty interesting.
like ranking them. Like 1 to 10. That kind of deal.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Okay, should I go first then? Since I
You wanna go first,
understand.
Josie? Go ahead.
So okay, so 1 to 10 Underground for all the movies. How I rated. Okay, this one. Okay, this is the first one, right? Yeah, this is the first one. Okay,
Yeah,
let me.
Yeah.
Charlie Doll.
I think we're all on the same
10 out
page.
of 10.
I think we each
10 out of 10.
give it a 10.
So yeah,
Yeah.
10 out of 10.
Yep.
I love this movie. It was a perfect start to the whole universe.
It
Daniel.
gave us literally an entire amazing show just off this first movie. So
Yeah.
I mean,
Absolutely.
You're not wrong there. That is true. But yeah, 10 out of 10 Underground. This one was massive.
First one's great. I think we're all agree. I think the first movie is timeless. It's classic. You can't
All right.
beat it. It's two of
And
them.
then the second one. Okay, let me think about this because the second one. All right, I'm gonna give the second one. Now it's definitely not a 10 out of 10. I don't think it's a 10 out of 10 like the first one. But
Yeah, I don't think so either.
But I'm gonna give this one a 9 out of 10 because it's still a great movie. Like that
Yeah.
the fight between Chosen and Daniel. Like, if you really think about it, and I know, and I don't want to like go all in, but if you really think about it, this could have been Robbie versus Quan. Actually, like street fight death to the
Yeah,
battle.
I definitely think it is definitely a 9 out of 10 for sure.
Yeah.
Like, Robbie,
Wow,
this
yeah.
could have- that's what
Yeah.
this could have been.
Yeah,
Robbie-
I give this a 9.5.
I'm sorry. Can I say something real quick? I don't want to make a big negative about Cobra Kai season 6. My biggest negative is I wish Robbie versus Quan. I wish it was like a Robbie versus Quan death battle because I feel like that was a big missed opportunity for Robbie and
Well, let me
Quan.
ask you this, Chosen. I was thinking about making a video on this. Instead of him killing himself with the knife, right?
Yeah.
Let me ask you this: if someone were to rewrite season 6, like so let's say like the big 3 did whatever they did, let's just say one thing was changed about the story.
Okay.
And I'm writing part 2, right?
Okay.
Instead of him getting killed with the knife, would you be more open? Even though Robbie's technically a hero, this would be very different. But the tournament is intense and it's crazy, and anything can happen.
Oh God.
Would you be more open to Robbie actually completely getting like something happened to him where he gets locked in and Quan becomes such a dangerous threat that Robbie had to have literally killed him on a live stage than him killing himself, would that make you more happy?
No, I'm gonna be honest. I feel like they should have never killed off Quan. I think that was the biggest
You said you
mistake.
wanted it in a death match, right? So what do you think is going to happen in the death match?
Here's the thing, though. They could still do it in part. They could have done this in part 3. I don't know why they didn't do this in part 3. That was my I feel like they should have just kept Quan living throughout part 3, and then they could have done this in part 3.
I will be honest. I do love I do love part 3 and I do love part 2, but I will be completely honest. One of my biggest nitpicks of season 6, and I didn't really talk about it in my review, but I think I should have, is I do agree with you, Chosen. I don't think Quan's death has enough impact where the writers really proved to me that his death needed to happen.
That's what I'm saying. What was the point? They completely ignored his death in part 3. What was the whole
I mean, if you were just gonna take off Master Kim off the board and send Yoon away, then I think that 100% that you could have kept Quan alive and kept him as an antagonist.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I wish the Iron Dragons was never a thing, man. This is my big problem.
You know what the situation is, Chosen? They never should have had Quan in Korean Cobra Kai. They should have had. If Quan was in Iron Dragons, we'd be in an entire different story.
Entire different story, bro. Quan would be OP, bro. Would not go easy on anyone.
So I'm saying, like, if you really wanted to see what would happen, I think Quan and Iron Dragons, that'd be the best alternate scenario, because I'll be honest. Can I be real with you guys?
Yeah, of course, always.
I hated that they're like I love the idea of Chosen Spin having a spinoff, but they better come up with a different name than just Korean Cobra Kai. They need to call it an actual dojo, because I really hate the idea of Korean Cobra Kai. Because to me, it don't matter if it's in the Valley, it don't matter if it's anywhere. The fact that Johnny, Tori, and Miguel won the Sekai Taigai, wherever Johnny is, that's where Cobra Kai is.
You know what would be crazy, Joe? Someone came up with this funny, like, crazy imagination. Imagine if Quan never died, and imagine instead of, you know how we saw Tori, Miguel, and Johnny come out of the Thunderstruck music? Imagine it was Miguel, Tori, and Quan.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah, that would be nuts.
Like 3 of them, Miguel, Tori, and Quan, all 3 of them, like, coming on. Quan's like, you know what? Frick my rival Robbie. Axel's my new rival now, because this dude is something else. I can't stand this, because I don't think Quan. Let's be honest, bro. As much as Quan doesn't like Robbie, he probably hated Axel more because Axel took his spot.
I don't know. I don't know about that. He would only go after if I don't know about that. He would go after Robbie. He would only fight Axel if Axel went after him.
I miss Quan. That's all it is. Like, I miss Quan. Like, he was such a great, like, villain. The fact that they replaced him with freaking Axel that was a big mistake. I'm sorry. Like, I love Axel. I think Patrick Lewis did a great job, but, like, they should never kill him.
I will be honest. While they did have a good rivalry from the fact of just that Miguel needed to get revenge, I do think because of how important Miguel's journey is, I wish that they would have if I would have wrote part 3, I would have made Wolf had a student that was a male student that was absolutely ruthless and did everything that Wolf.
You know, that's the problem. And you know my biggest problem with the Miguel and Axel rivalry? It wasn't developed
because
well.
When you really think
think
about this, right? If there was someone that Wolf had complete control of the entire time, that absolutely would show no mercy on both Robbie and Miguel no matter what, do you know how crazy that would be? Because you want to know something that's wild? I'm gonna admit something big to you guys that I think is very important. It doesn't matter who's writing the story. With the teachings of Miyagi-Do, there's no way that Robbie would have ever, even with the training of Johnny, even with the pep talk from Daniel, Robbie and Miyagi-Do would have never beat Axel. But here's what I'll say. Robbie in Cobra Kai, where he taps back to season 4, Robbie. Oh, yeah. 100%. would have won.
Yeah, I was
absolutely.
no.
Yeah.
You know, funny Joe. During
The
our
biggest-
reaction, you know, it's funny Joe.
People
During-
say the biggest L.
during our-
People say the biggest L in this show is not having Sam and Robbie win a tournament. You know what I think the biggest L is?
What?
Everybody else got their time in the dark side and their shine, but we had literally fucking junior Hayden Christensen over here, and we never got to see full dark side Robbie.
You know,
Yeah.
here's the
Like,
thing, Joe.
Come on.
When we did our reaction or watch party for part 2 during that fight with Robbie, I was like, Robbie, beat him, come on, Robbie, beat him. I don't care if Axel's like freaking good, just beat him, bro. Like he's pissing me off too now, Robbie. Like beat
I
him,
just
bro.
wish that Wolf would have had I wish Wolf would have had a student that was more threatening, was more in control of himself instead of the whole conflicted thing. Like I like Axel as a character, but I think Miguel needed to have someone that was a real threat.
Yeah.
So you're telling me the Iron Dragons, this guy right here, Axel, is a threat? Yeah, nice joke. This is basically Kenny from season 5.
It is
Nice
pretty
joke.
simple. I mean, you're not wrong. Like I don't disagree with you. Like I like the fight,
Like,
but you know how hard that fight would have been if you actually had Miguel have to actually tap into everything he's ever learned. Like to me, whether it be Axel or any opponent, or even if it was, let's say that Quan was an Iron Dragon, he made it to the Sekai Taikai, and then Quan had to fight Miguel in the final, right? Just because I can't think of another student that would be ruthless and tough for Miguel to fight, right?
Mm-hmm.
Quan would be such a threat for Miguel that Miguel would have had to put the pressure point on him, and then
you know,
Then you gotta do it.
Joel, I had a theory. You just gave me a theory, Joel. You know what could have been crazy though? Like if that happened, like Quan was in the Iron Dragon, I think there's a couple things that would piss Miguel off that Quan would
you
do.
think so?
First off, he's gonna try making moves with Sam. He's gonna try making moves with Sam. That's the one thing.
Yeah,
Like,
he would
and
definitely
Sam, and people might say, "Oh, CV, you just say that because Sam's gonna do something back." No, I'm not saying that. Quan was gonna try to make moves with Sam, and then that's the first thing that's gonna piss Miguel off. The second thing, I think it would have been so much better if Quan broke Robbie's knee instead of Axel.
Yeah, that's a good take.
Because Quan would have done it. That's my problem. Why Axel out of all
Well,
people?
you know what would have
They
really
could've
started. You know what I think would have really started the rivalry, especially since they were doing nothing with the characters anyway. You know, it's a dark theory, but you know what I think should have happened? I think during and even if Quan wasn't in part 3, they still could have made this work. During the brawl in part 2, I think Quan should have broke both Dimitri and Hawk's arm.
Damn.
Because
Wow.
that would have pushed the narrative twice. Because Dimitri has always meant something to Robbie, and as them both being Miyagi, is very important, right? And Robbie's the type of person that if somebody wasn't being protected and they were really hurt, he would stand up for them. But then what I think would be interesting about Hawk is we know how Miguel feels about his boy Hawk. You imagine what's going to happen to Quan if Miguel gets his hands on him when he finds out he hurt Hawk? It's not pretty.
Bro, this is the biggest missed opportunity. They didn't do enough of Quan.
I think they had a lot of potential.
Okay, Jake, it's all good. It's all
I-
good.
All right, Jake. All right, Jake. Yeah, if that's how you feel, yeah.
I still don't like I still don't like the idea that we didn't get chosen in Quan. I think we needed chosen in Quan.
You know what, Joe? I might have to. I kind of want to bring part 3 down now because I don't know why. Because ever since, like, I want to bring part 2 above part 3 just because.
Ranking. Okay, so part 3, it's this Karate Kid 3. Now here's the thing: there's ups and downs with this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The ups, Mike Barnes and Terry Silver elevate this movie extremely.
Yeah.
If they weren't in this, I'd say it's a 7.5 out of 10. But because Mike,
that is the
because
thing.
you have
like, Silver
Mike
wasn't-
and because you have Mike and Silver and Mike make this an 8.5 out of 10 because you have those two. So I would say it can't be a 9. There's too many issues with the Julie Andrews stuff. The pacing is kind of off.
Yeah.
But I will say, I think that Mike and and Silver elevate this to an 8.5.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
I think that's my version. I feel like
exactly my
You
rating.
mean Terrence? You mean Terrence? I think you meant Terrence, guys, not Terry. Terrence. Terrence Silver.
oh, you give him a new name now.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what
I
people call
I
him,
do
Terrence.
agree, Lori. Part two was just somewhat better than part 3.
Yeah, because Quan was in it. That's the thing. Like, part 3 was so boring without Quan. Like, I'm gonna even admit it. Like, it was kind of boring without Quan being.
I like
Quan was in
part
it.
3 a lot. I just
Yeah.
I
I like part 3 a lot too.
I think overall most parts of Most Satisfaction, I'm the most satisfied with part 3. Even though
I just feel like they missed the point though. Like, there should have been a freaking male antagonist in part 3. I'm not counting Axel because Axel does not feel like an antagonist. He just feels like conflicted. So I can't
I'll
really put
also
Axel
feels like a
there.
Bobby
and
Brown,
I
right?
might be alone in this thinking. I know we love the idea of that we ended the show with the final, like at the second attack with the tournament final fight with Wolf, right?
Yeah.
But can I be honest with you guys, as I've already been honest previously? I've been doing some thinking on it, and I love the idea. I love it for Johnny. I love that Johnny got to have an amazing moment, and it was great, right? But out of all the times in season 6 that they dicked over the adults, they really owed us a proper adult outside the tournament scene. And I think that we didn't get that really hurts me.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we barely saw the
Even if
adults
it was,
fight. Like, we
even if
saw
it was
most.
Chosen and Johnny versus not Mike Barnes, Chosen and Johnny versus Wolf, I would have accepted that because he's a big enough threat that it would have made sense.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? And here's another one.
Hold on. You know what I really wanted? I wanted the kids, I wanted the students and the teachers to fight side by side in a huge brawl, and I wanted there to be a point where the senseis, Daniel, Johnny, Chosen, etc., had to lure the other senseis away from their kids so that they could
you know what's crazy about that?
so that they could do what has to be done. They wouldn't want to do
crazy?
it. Wait. They wouldn't want to do it, but they they're literally being put in a situation where they have no choice.
But Joe, you know what the crazy part is about that though? I said that wasn't gonna happen. Who was right this whole time?
Yeah, you were right.
I said there was gonna be a big brawl at the end with the kids.
Okay, before we get back to our crazy what should have happened situation, let's talk about Karate Kid 4. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
What were the downs though? You didn't talk about the downs of Karate Kid Part 3.
Oh, the downs was Julie Andrews and the pacing.
Yeah,
Well, actually, though, that they made it work though with Jessica Andrews.
Not Julie. Sorry, Jessica Andrews. Yeah,
they made it work because without her, Daniel wouldn't have met his wife.
They made that work.
Yeah, exactly.
Once we got to Cobra Kai, they made that work. But in the movie by itself, it just kind of was rushed, and it felt like, I don't know. The movie has a lot going on, and one thing I don't know about you guys, but back in the day with the ratings of PG and everything, I feel like we're taking things to such a dark place with Silver and Mike Barnes that Jessica in the movie just kind of undercut the tone of what we were going for. It seemed kind of like we were going on the side quest to go and find the tree for Mr. Miyagi, right? I felt like that took too much time, and then we spent a lot of time on it just being this nice little side quest, and then by the time we get to the dark stuff, it kind of undercuts it.
Yeah.
It has the same problem I have with some of the MCU movies, is they use levity and jokes to cut the tension on some of the more serious moments, which I feel is kind of sad in writing. But I like it. So I like Karate Kid 3. I think it gave us Silver. It gives Mike Barnes. It's great.
Yeah,
But
the only thing, I mean, I have a few ups and downs with it, myself. Like
yeah,
the Silver and Mike Barnes are definitely the ups.
yeah.
I mean, I thought Jessica was still good. I mean, it was nice that Daniel had a girlfriend that was just a friend, so I thought that was
Yeah.
something
And I
new.
like that. I don't have an issue with that. I see
Yeah,
her role in the story. Is kind of
but
weird.
the downs is kind of like how they made it feel. They made it feel like it was just a repeat of the original Karate Kid,
It
where
does. Yeah, it does kind of
yeah.
feel like that.
And what I didn't like is like Mr. Miyagi when he could clearly see that Daniel needed help. That he needed to compete in this tournament. And how that he wouldn't train him. Like he wasn't seeing what Daniel was going through, and that just kind of felt like it was a step backwards for Mr.
But
Miyagi.
let's remember one thing about that scene, Melissa, and part 3 proved this. If Mr. Miyagi didn't train Daniel, we wouldn't have gotten that awesome. Haven't you heard? Cobra Kai never dies.
No, I'm saying like it just kind of like wait, if Mr. Miyagi hadn't refused to train Daniel.
Yeah, if he did, it's because of Miyagi refusing to train Daniel that Daniel goes to Cobra Kai.
No, I know, but I'm talking about before Cobra Kai. Like it just like in the movie in general, it just seemed like it was a step backwards for Mr. Miyagi. You know, like
That's true.
I mean, I'm not condoning Daniel's on behavior towards Mr. Miyagi. I think he was rude. I think that he should
Yeah.
be more grateful to Mr. Miyagi.
I
I think that
I didn't like that. Everyone always kind
I
of
didn't like
thinks
the I didn't
Daniel-
like the way Daniel was treating Mr. Miyagi.
Yeah, I didn't like that
But
either. 'Cause
in-
I didn't feel like that's thing. I didn't feel like the way they wrote Daniel. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, but in Daniel's defense a little bit, you know, Mr. Miyagi wasn't helping the situation by just refusing to help Daniel. Like, I mean,
True.
Daniel clearly needed Mr. Miyagi's help, and he just like he turned away from him in that
Maybe,
in that
to
moment.
be
And
fair, can I add on to everything that's been said? 'Cause you guys were talking about how Mr. Miyagi was backing down. How what did Mr. Miyagi back down again? About fighting? Was it fighting?
stop fighting in the tournament.
Well,
Yeah.
looked at my profile picture. Maybe that's the reason. Now I'm thinking about it. Now I'm really
What?
thinking. Kwan's death. That's the thing people forget. These tournaments, you don't know how dangerous they can be.
No, I know that, but I'm talking about Mr. Miyagi as a character. We know that now, but we didn't know that then. And
It doesn't matter if you didn't know that before, though.
I know, but I'm talking about in the Karate Kid 3.
Yeah, but
movie,
here's the
like,
thing. It doesn't matter if you knew before or not. It doesn't matter. What Mr. Miyagi said is facts because, yeah, like, he's going to be worried for Daniel. Like, what if something else? What if the thing that
I
happened
get
to
it,
Quan
but
was Daniel?
I get it, but here's the thing: is like Daniel was still going to compete in the tournament, and Mr. Miyagi was still like refusing to train him.
Yeah, and then
So-
if that happened, what if Daniel was Quan?
So like that I'm just saying, like as a character, like nobody knew, like around that time, nobody knew that Mr. Miyagi had competed in tournaments. He was against them. So I'm talking about as a character in this movie, it just felt like a step backwards that Daniel needed Mr. Miyagi's help and he wasn't helping him. That's all. I'm not saying anything bad about Mr. Miyagi. I'm just saying, like, just like in Daniel's defense, I hated the way Daniel treated Mr. Miyagi. I didn't like it. I thought that he was very rude and arrogant, and he should have been more grateful to
It
Mr.
didn't
Miyagi.
make sense for the story
But-
for him to treat him the way he did.
What?
It didn't make
Right,
sense.
yeah,
for the
exactly.
story to
Exactly.
make
I'm
him
just
the way
saying
he
though,
did.
I'm just saying in a little bit in Daniel's defense that Mr. Miyagi should have seen how much Daniel needed his help,
Yeah.
and not waited for the situation to get as bad as it did.
Yeah, he should have definitely stepped in sooner. I agree.
Yeah. Especially
Yeah.
when he actually literally witnessed Barnes and his gang breaking into his shop and beating up Daniel, and knowing that he wanted Daniel to compete in the tournament.
Yeah. Speaking of which, can we talk about, since you mentioned Barnes, I want to talk about something kind of bad that bothered me about part 3.
Yeah, I think I know what you're going to say.
So, okay, I know that people don't like to talk about certain characters they think of Silver and they think of Barnes and Karate Kid 3. But can I tell you guys something kind of wild? Part 2 made me realize that Dennis is a character that I think deserves more respect. Because I feel like people look at him as just Silver's henchman, and I love Kreese, and I love most of what they do with Silver and Kreese. I would have made a few adjustments in their fight, but their fight should have been longer. I think there's a lot of things that they could have done to improve that. But I will say this. I'm sorry. Whatever writer said, you know what we should do? We should kill Dennis off screen. That was stupid.
Yeah, who came up with the idea? I want to know who in the writer is.
Dennis was formidable enough to fight Daniel twice. It seemed like they set up something really great with his character, and I really just wanted to see him have another really great fight.
And he gets taken down by Kreese in 5 seconds. Like, what?
Because not only is the actor great, but he's a real martial artist, and I really like him, and I think it would have been nice to see him. One, if Mike could have been in part 3, I would have loved Mike to fight him. Considering he trained Mike, I would have loved to see that. And 2, I just think he deserved a better fight.
You know, can I bring on something, Joe, that I told many people even before part 2? Now runtimes matter. Now runtimes matter. I said this many times.
Season 6 proved to me that runtimes do matter. I do agree.
Yeah.
Because they rushed throughout this whole thing. I'm sorry. You're telling me in episode... I love episode 13. I think it's the best one. But my biggest problem with episode 13 is that you're telling me you rushed to the fight with Robbie and Axel. You finish that fight. And then you do like the locker scene. And then that's it for the Robbie aftermath injury. You don't do anything else with it. You don't have Miguel confront Axel. You don't have Sam confront Axel. Like, you rushed it, bro. You rushed it. You went all the way to the end to have Cobra Kai come back. Where was the Sam confronting Axel moment? Where was the Miguel confronting Axel moment? It's like,
I definitely think there's some big scenes on the cutting floor somewhere that hopefully...
Yeah, there's probably a deleted scene of Sam confronting Axel, Miguel confronting Axel. I wouldn't be surprised.
And the other thing I was going to say about, speaking of things, so I know there's been a couple times that a loser in here that likes to go and make other people's accounts.
Yeah.
Agree with this fact. But I have something I have to stay off my chest that season 6 proved to me that I think needs to be stated. Can we talk about the fact, and people can slice it any couple ways they want. To me, even though we've only had Wolf in a few episodes in part 2 and a lot of episodes in part 3, in my honest opinion, and this will probably get even more elevated when we go and watch if we get our Iron Dragon spinoff, right? Wolf is the best villain in every season of Cobra Kai, hands down.
I actually agree with that.
Because, like, I know people hate this because Silver's such a great character. The moment Wolf shows up, he was better than Silver.
Bro, you know what's crazy, Joe? When we were watching the end of episode 6, right? When we saw the end of episode 6, when we saw Wolf after he's the Iron Dragons beats Korean Cobra Kai in the first event, when we saw Wolf, I was like, oh, he's already one of my favorite parts of the season, bro. What the heck?
Dude, he just had a way that he carried himself about, and honestly, I'll be real with you guys. I was talking to Ella about this earlier today. I think it's kind of a waste that they build Silver up to be a big villain, but Silver never has a scene where he ever does any. When he's younger, he torments Daniel, right?
Mm-hmm.
But Daniel's the only one he ever torments.
That's the thing. I thought they would do way more with Silver. I actually really
what I absolutely love about Wolf is that when it comes to Axel as his student, he does not care.
Bro, it's funny you say that, Joe, because he does not care because bro freaking hit Axel right in front of everyone.
Yeah, he doesn't care, and I love it because that's everything I wanted. That was all I wanted from season 6. Is just give me a villain that is so ruthless that I want to watch him get his.
You know, and you guys, and here's the thing about the deleted scenes I was mentioning earlier about Sam confronting Axel. I can tell that Sam did confront Axel because in one point in the fight with Miguel, he was looking at Sam, right?
Yeah.
I have this feeling that there was a deleted scene between these two. I have this weird feeling every time I was looking.
Yeah, so do I.
They're just it's just interesting. Like when we think of it, like it's crazy. We like Silver will always be an iconic character, but they really did a good job. Like every time Silver has intimidated a character, even when Silver has beaten up Daniel. You want to know something I was thinking about as a rewatching scenes on YouTube the other day?
Yeah.
Silver's scene when he not Silver's scene, Wolf's scene where he threatens Johnny in the locker room.
Bro.
He's better than almost every single time that Silver has tried to intimidate Johnny or Daniel. Because
From that scene, I was like, oh my god.
insane. Like Louis Tan brought his A game. Like I remember, you know what's crazy? I'll tell you guys something kind of crazy. I knew when this show happened that Louis Tan was gonna do great in the fight scenes, and that the fight scenes would be great, and he would be a good villain in terms.
Here's the thing, Joe. I wouldn't even admit that before that trailer, the part 2 trailer came out. Like when we got that trailer, right? I was telling you, oh, Joe, Wolf is not gonna be that interesting of a character. I don't see him being interesting. But now I'm thinking about it, I was like, oh damn, I was wrong, Joe. I was so wrong about that.
I told you, man. Like I'll be honest. Even I was a little shocked. I knew I would love him as a fighter. I knew he would be dangerous, and I knew that would happen. But one thing that part 3 proved to me is Louis Tan has been in only a couple projects, but a lot of the things he's in, he shows up and he kicks some ass, and then he just kind of is there. This part really cemented to me that Louis Tan is a damn good actor. And the fact that when he plays the bad guy, I hope he plays more bad guys in his future, because honestly, the way that he plays Wolf, and I'm glad that the fact that he shows respect to Johnny and all the things, even though he shows respect to Johnny, I guarantee you Johnny and Wolf will fight again in the future.
You know what's crazy, Joe, about Wolf? That my favorite Wolf line in this part specifically is the way he says that. He's like, the Miyagi-Do captain who she refuses to fight.
Oh,
like the way he said that, like I was like, oh.
My favorite lines are
okay.
On your opponent. And I love I also love my other favorite one is of course the one in the trailer. They should fear you, and if they don't, make them.
Now I have a question, Joe.
Yeah.
Do you think that do you think that when Wolf said that, like the Miyagi-Do captain, the girl who disgraced her entire dojo, do you think that Wolf sees Sam like as like a threat?
I mean, yeah, I think he did. I think he did.
You know what? Actually, I'm glad you brought that up, Melissa.
What?
That's the biggest missed opportunity. Wolf and Sam interacting, biggest missed opportunity.
Yeah, but Joe, what were we gonna say?
I would have loved that, honestly. Actually, one thing I'll say about that is, I'll tell you guys something kind of crazy. I looked at that scene. I actually kind of wanted to see an interaction with them. So you know how we.
What if there's a deleted scene? What if that's a deleted scene?
It could be, but I'll tell you, I did write once I was making my review and stuff. I wrote a list of things I wanted to see that we didn't get to see, and I wrote out a scene between the two of them, and it was pretty good.
What do you think Wolf would say to Sam though? Like, what do you think he would say? Like,
when I wrote it out, I think he would just get in her face and be. And what I love about that scene is that he would. I think Sam would act tough at first, but I think Sam would realize that this guy is no joke, and I think that she would have to quickly back off, because that's what I like about Wolf is I feel more scared for the kids interacting with Wolf than I do for the kids interacting with Silver.
Because Wolf is something else, bro. He's another level than Silver.
I mean, if he's gonna hit one of his own students, you know he would hit a Miyagi-Do.
Yeah,
you know he would.
Yeah, Sam would get hit.
Absolutely.
It's something else too.
Yeah.
If we get a Sam spinoff, which I'm hopeful that we are, because I don't know about you, Joe. Like in that Q&A, they seemed like it seemed like it was in the cards.
Mm-hmm.
Like with the way Hayden answered it, you know.
I wouldn't be surprised. I think they're all in the cards, honestly. I think the writers have their way. All these spinoffs are greenlit like yesterday. Like no problem.
Oh, Joe,
but I will say this. I'll say this. When we do get a Sam spinoff, she needs to be an underdog.
I actually agree with that. I agree.
She'll be an underdog. I think she will.
Like they need to find a way to do it, because I I want to see her. I want like I'm not trying to like point like push like value. Oh, like oh, characters are defined by a trophy. I don't think that. I don't believe that. But I do want to see her win. When I do want to see her and Robbie win a tournament, just one tournament.
Yeah. Well, one
Wait
thing I
a
was thinking
minute.
about-
Wait,
Wait,
hold on.
wait.
Wait. What were we gonna say, Joe?
one thing I was thinking actually, I know that they teased the Tori and Zara and Zara rivalry continuing, but I actually thought about this. It could be very possible we might actually see Sam and Zara finally actually properly have a fight one day.
Wait, Joe, here's
Yeah.
another thing though that you guys are talking about how they can have Sam win. What if in this Okinawa spinoff? What if there's a tournament in Okinawa?
It could happen.
It could.
I
I
also
said
think that not only could it
Because-
happen, maybe there's a new dangerous female fighter that really keeps Sam on her toes and really makes her feel like the
Yeah,
underdog.
because
You get to
because
win.
like the way if you want to pull it up underground the Q&A, the way he Hayden answered it, he said that
I don't
when
have
Sam,
it.
that when Sam dropped out of the tournament, her under 18 karate days, her under 18 all valley karate tournament days were over. But he didn't say that her tournament days were over. That's the thing. And he also said that Sam still it does karate. You know,
Yep.
Sam is still involved with karate.
Yeah, I believe that.
So that's what I'm saying is like I think a spinoff, an Okinawa spinoff with her is in the works.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, I think that's very likely. It seems like they've talked about that, and it seems like they have plans for it. They clearly like Sam. Like I said, I think that order matters, but I think the biggest thing with this takeaway is that if Netflix were to make an announcement that things were greenlit, I think right now, whatever time, if they're already greenlit, they just can't say anything. But when they announce it, I think each one of the spinoffs that they plan to set up will all be announced right away. Because I think that they clearly have vision for all of them.
Yeah, I mean that would be great, don't you think?
Yeah.
Have you
I
heard
see
from
it
any
happen.
like sources that like may indicate that or
Right now it's all hush hush, but it is open. Like it is possible to happen. Okay, so I'm missing Underground wants us to continue ranking these movies.
yeah,
yeah.
Hey Joe, I want to ask you something.
Yeah, go
What
ahead.
time is the Miyagi Kai Podverse tomorrow?
Tomorrow? Well, I gotta experiment with something. Well, actually, you know what? I shouldn't have to experiment with it. We'll do it since I know I can get into Restream. I'll try and do it from Restream.
Okay.
Okay.
Because since I know that whatchamacallit wasn't working, we can make Restream.
Yeah, and I definitely want to do Herd next Thursday.
Yeah, we'll do it on Restream because I knew I can't do StreamYard anymore, but if I can do Restream, it works good. Like I've noticed the sound hasn't been affecting it. The only thing I noticed that's kind of weird, I don't know if it's just maybe Underground season, I don't see it, is for some reason I'm on my laptop, but whenever I do Restream, whenever I join Underground streams, I can't see the chat. So like whenever I'm in here, I never see the chat. Like I saw it in the beginning, and then it goes away. Did you
That's
guys?
a big problem with Restream. That's a big problem.
Did you guys notice that?
Yeah, I noticed it too at times.
Are you
What
looking
were
at
you
the
gonna
chat
say,
right
Beyond
now?
the Cloud?
Underground? Does it show up for you, Underground, right now?
Yeah, but the only one I can't see from Restream is Jake's comment.
Oh, you couldn't see Jake's comment because it was a private chat?
Oh,
Was it the one that he put in private chat, or did he put something in the regular chat?
in the regular.
Okay, that's interesting. All right.
Can I rate this movie real quick?
Yeah,
'Cause,
we're gonna rate this. Go ahead.
Okay,
Yeah,
so I'm gonna give
yeah.
this movie, just because Miyagi's in it, I'm gonna give like a 4 out of 10. I think a 4 or 5 out of 10, just because he's in it. That's the main reason why. I do think though that I think her name. What's the actor who plays Julie Pierce? The actor. What's her name again?
Hilary Swank.
Yeah.
I think she plays the role perfect. My only issue though is the writing for her. I think they should have done a better job with the writing, and that's why.
The villain in this movie is weak sauce.
Oh yeah, don't get me
Exactly.
started with the
Oh
villain.
yeah.
The villain was terrible. I was like, what the heck is this, bro?
My Krav Maga instructor could play a better villain.
Oh,
Okay.
Jake said that he changed his profile picture.
Oh, he did.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, I feel like this movie had more potential.
I think the
Yeah.
final battle should have been better. Especially if you think about it, this is the last time in a movie that we see Mr. Miyagi. It's kind of a bad way to go out.
Yeah, I do agree with that. That wasn't right. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So do you want to hear my ranking?
Yeah.
I give this movie a 6 out of 10 because I think Julie and Mr. Miyagi kind of like really saved the movie. I mean, it was kind of like refreshing to see like the ups for me. Like it was kind of refreshing to see Mr. Miyagi train another student, a girl student.
Yeah.
So I think it was it was nice to see Mr. Miyagi kind of out of his element a little bit.
Well, you know what they say, high highs and low lows. That's what happens.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think that I like Julie's interactions with Eric. I thought that it was really sweet. I liked how Julie kind of like was very like she needed karate in her life, you know, like she was finally how it showed us her regaining balance, and how it showed us her her emotional side, you know, like when she loses her parents, and you know how that deeply affects her, and it's something that Mr. Miyagi can relate to because he lost his father.
Yeah.
And so I think it put him, so it's like he understood. Like Mr. Miyagi lost both of his parents when you think about it.
Yeah, I
So
think
he
they do a
understands that.
good job. Like I said, there's some good stuff in there, but
So
I
it's
feel
like he had that connection with Julie that Daniel, in a sense, like didn't have because Daniel's mom was still around. So Mr. Miyagi knows what it's like to lose both parents. And
yeah, for sure.
so like I like that, and I liked how Julie got to see things that Daniel didn't really get to see.
Yeah, there's elements of those things that I think really work. Like I think there's definitely
Yeah.
some elements of some things that work.
Yeah, I liked how we got to see some new moves, and like how Julie was taught how to fight blind and
Yo, that was awesome.
standing, how to fight without standing, like all of that. And I felt like this movie kind of like reached some depths, maybe not like in terms of story, but just like in terms of character for both Miyagi and Julie, that that just made it really great. Like I love Julie's connection with Angel.
That
You
was
know?
nice.
Yeah, that scene touched the heart
Yeah.
though. Not gonna
That's what I'm
lie.
saying. It's like maybe this wasn't the best movie, but it's definitely a movie that tugs at your heartstrings, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
And
still
it's like
not. I'm still not happy with Hilary Swank. Still pissed me off.
oh, not coming into part 3.
Yep, I'm still not happy about it.
I had a
mean-
feeling.
I mean, like I wish she had. I don't get me wrong, I wish she had. But I mean, I'm fine with it either way. I wish she had come in, but it's like whether she appears or not, I like I'm okay with it because it didn't like interfere with the story. Um, but so the downs for me was just kind of like the plot. The plot itself didn't for the next Karate Kid. It didn't like really like raise anything for me. It wasn't like it didn't. The only thing that was different about it was is that it was kind of like the Karate Kid 2 in that sense where there wasn't a tournament and it, it just kind of like felt a little bit like like while Julie and Mr. Miyagi were great, the other characters like Dugan and Ned, they were all like kind of like annoying, you know?
Don't get me started.
Yeah, it was like they didn't drive the plot, you know, and like we needed them to. I mean, the monks were okay, but it's just like the
Yeah.
fact that we only have 2 characters that were basically the highlight of this movie is not
It
like
was
the
not
best.
good.
And I wish that they had brought it back in part 3 or part 2 because I felt like that could have been like a redemption, just like um they brought elements of the Karate Kid 3 back and
Yeah.
basically gave it a redemption.
Yeah,
Um,
Silver. Yeah.
I felt like they could have done the same thing if they brought Julie back, and I just
You
like
know,
the
can
plot
I can
was
I
kind wait, the plot was kind of just like not the plot was kind of weak. Um, the story was kind of like especially like the fights like the final fight was just not that interesting, although I did like Julie versus Ned because I liked how she was able to knock Ned flat on his back, like for real, he so seriously deserved it.
Yeah, that was
I
good.
Yeah, the fight with Mr. Miyagi, the fight that Mr. Miyagi had with Dugan. Don't get me wrong, like I love Mr. Miyagi kicking and knocking Dugan around like that was so much fun to watch. But like Dugan was just like weak. Like
Yeah, I didn't like
he
that.
was
That
just
was
like he was just like so weak. He was even worse than Kreese
yeah, that says a lot.
Karate Kid Part 2. Like
Yeah.
I mean, like Karate Kid Part 2, Kreese, like Mr. Miyagi didn't even have to touch Kreese to beat him. Like that was sad. But they brought him back in Karate Kid Part 3 and at least gave him a decent enough fight, you know?
Yeah, yeah, true.
But like Dugan, it was like he was just like Mr. Miyagi's punching bag.
Bro was trying so
Basically.
hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and it was like I felt like they should have made him a much bigger threat.
I feel like Miyagi needed a bigger
That's what I mean.
rival.
That's what I mean. It's like they
Yeah.
should have made that's what I'm saying. Is like they should have made him a much bigger threat.
You know what? Actually, I know this is probably weird because I mean, this movie probably they would have had to explain a reason for it. But you know what would have actually been better, especially since he probably would have been younger.
What?
I think it would have been a better story if the forces that were led to at Julie's high school, if they did something where maybe Master Kim's students were like at the school and were the
Yeah.
ones bullying Julie. And then Master Kim would have been Mr. Miyagi's rival.
That would have been so much better. What the heck?
Because then at least we would have saw that.
Yeah, but see, the thing of it is, though, too, around that time, they weren't planning on bringing Master Kim. Like, Master Kim was just a name then.
Yeah,
You know,
the writer that the power of the pen. You know, they say the pen is mightier than the sword. So
I don't think it was. I don't think it was established that Master Kim was alive.
I wish
think
they did
but
establish
any
that.
writer could have changed that because we would have got to see.
That would
Any
be so
writer
good.
could have changed that because if we fought Miyagi and we saw Miyagi fought a prime Master Kim, we would have definitely been able to tell who was strong.
I mean, it definitely would have been awesome, but I don't think that they were planning on making Master Kim even a character at that point. Cobra Kai did, but not these writers.
But then the problem is, like, when Cobra Kai made Master Kim a character, they didn't do anything with him.
That's
Yeah,
the thing.
and
Like,
that's
they
the
wasted
thing, like,
Master
That's
Kim.
the thing. I hated that they brought him back without the heroes knowing that he was without ever meeting the heroes. You know, like
the guys that
Daniel.
brought him back, and then all of a sudden he's just gone. Like,
What was the point
And
then?
it was like nobody knew except for Kreese that he was alive, and Kim. But like Daniel, Johnny, like it would have been so much better if they met Master Kim. You know.
well, that was like the best opportunity to give Chosen a real rival, and and I feel like that would have been great.
I'll be right back.
No worries.
But I was gonna add on to what you guys say about Julie Pierce coming back. I actually would prefer if Julie Pierce came back in part 1 of Cobra Kai season 6.
Yeah.
Because part 1, you have a lot to do in part 1 of Cobra Kai season 6. Even with the setup. There was a lot you could do in part 1. Like, you could have had Julie Pierce. Like, you know what's crazy, Joe? Imagine if Tori's mom died, right? We still get the Tori's mom death. But instead of Tori getting mad to the Miyagi-Dos, imagine if Tori met Julie Pierce in episode 5.
If she would have met Julie in episode 5, I don't think she would have joined Cobra Kai again.
And Julie Pierce like tells her, like she gives her like she calms her down. She really helps her, right? In episode 5, the best of the best. So instead of Tori going to Kreese, she listens to her and actually like stays in Miyagi-Do. That would have been so much. Why didn't they do that? Like you could have done that. Like there was so much you could do with her character in part 1. Julie Pierce could have came back in part 1. There was potential.
I agree.
Freak you, writers, for not bringing her back in part 1.
Yeah, I definitely think there would have been way more potential than people think.
So are we finished?
Yeah, we're done with this. This movie was alright. Like I don't think it was. Now this one, I'm gonna say this one is overhated. Now I don't think it's the best I've seen, but it's overhated, bro. I'm gonna just say it.
I'll say something wild. I know it's more the Kung Fu Kid than the Karate Kid, but you want to know what's something crazy?
Yeah.
Other than the first 2 Karate Kid movies, I think it's the best Karate Kid movie with the Karate Kid name in it, other than Karate Kid 1 and Karate Kid 2.
You know what? All they had to do, Joe, is change the name, and then there you go. Like you got your movie right there.
If this was a Kung Fu Kid movie, and you label it as Kung Fu Kid, I think it might even be a 10 for me, because
like this movie was actually pretty good. Like I love the
Yeah,
bro, you know
I
the
agree.
Yo, can I say something? You know the tournament we got in this movie?
yeah,
That should have been the Sekataka Arena, bro.
What month does Karate Kid
I'm
Legends
back.
come out?
I'm back.
May 30.
On, I think a week before Karate Kid Legends come out, we should all do a watch party for Karate Kid 2010.
But here's the thing, like, bro, I said this many times. The arena we got in this movie should have been the Sekataka Arena. I said this many times.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely agree.
And I have a theory that one of the ways that this movie connects to the new Karate Kid Legends movies, other than Mr. Han being in it, is I don't know why, but I just have a feeling that Trey Parker's villain in the first movie, his bully, I have a feeling we're going to see him as an adult in Karate Kid Legends.
You know what? I think there's a chance.
That does make sense, though.
And if you guys don't know that, I wanted to notice to show how next level martial arts this movie was. Did you guys know that when Simu Liu went to test out with Marvel to be Shang-Chi, when he did his demo reel to test to show his martial arts skills, he trained with Chang. to do the fights.
Wow.
Yeah, so I thought that was kind of cool.
That's what I think. And yeah, like, oh yeah, I don't know if you heard Melissa earlier about what I said about Julie Pierce. I said
What?
something about Julie Pierce in part 1, how they can bring her back in Cobra Kai season 6 part 1. And this was the biggest thing they could have done with her character. And I think they should have done it. Instead of Tori getting mad and going to Cobra Kai, I feel like in episode 5, when her mom dies, I think Julie Pierce should have made a cameo, and she should have interacted with Tori in that episode.
Yeah.
And that's how. And then Tori wouldn't go to Cobra Kai. She would stay in Miyagi-Do. It's that
Yeah,
simple.
no, I get it. But the writers, they wanted her back in Cobra Kai. I
They
mean,
did.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think if Julie, I actually think that's only because they couldn't get Julie.
That was the only way you could bring her back. Why didn't you do that, bro? Like, that was the only way. I was like, okay.
Because I still think, I don't know what you guys think, but I think the way that they couldn't get Julie, well, they don't explicitly say, is I don't know what's wrong with Hilary Swank, but I actually believe that for some reason she just turned it down based on what the writers said, and I don't know why she did, but to me, I think that's stupid. Because every other person in this show has become absolute legends from coming back to this show.
Yeah, like, you could have had her come back in episode 5, right? You know how crazy would it be, Joe? Like, not only we see her interact with Tori, imagine when Robbie's fighting Miguel. Imagine instead of Robbie just looking at Tori, that's where Julie Pierce also comes in the fight scene with Robbie Miguel.
Plus, here's the other thing: when they're fighting each other to train for the captain's fight, you would have had Julie judge all the other fights because she would be completely non-biased.
Or you know what could be better, Joe? What if she judged Tori versus Sam?
Well, she could do that too.
that would be cool.
Which would have made it where Johnny and Daniel wouldn't have figured.
Yeah, Julie is the one that decides who should go, like Tori and Sam, because she never seen them before.
Yeah. Or they they should have had either Julie or Mike ref those fights.
Well, what's interesting that they don't tell you because they cut a lot of scenes. I actually think that if they would have not cut so many scenes, there's supposed to be a part in part 1 where Johnny was supposed to be spending less time with Daniel and Chosen in the beginning and more time with Mike. So I wonder if that was some. I wonder why they changed that, because I would have liked to see that version. Because even though they fought the fight where they fought each other, I wonder if the fight against Mike Barnes was written because they couldn't get Sean Kanan for a long time, and they wanted to make sure that Mike and Johnny got to fight, or if they wrote that because they thought that, oh, this would be really cool. I'd like to know why.
I actually do. You know what I think the answer is, John? I think someone did tell me this. I did hear that Sean Kanan's schedule was kind of iffy during that time.
Yeah.
I did hear his schedule was pretty iffy, so that's why.
I hope he's open to spinoffs because we need more Mike Barnes. We need to get more Mike Barnes.
Yeah, Mike Barnes, bro. Like, freaking. Imagine you see like a crazy spinoff of Mike Barnes, Johnny, and Chosen going to like a spy venture.
Dude, that'd be awesome. I'd be totally down for that.
Bro,
Mike Barnes, like Daniel's number one rivals, going on a spy adventure, doing something crazy. That'd be awesome. That better not be a show. Put that as a movie.
Yeah, like Johnny, like bro, Johnny. You know what'd be crazy? Like Johnny, Chosen, and Barnes, like taking down like these like henchmen of someone, like maybe henchmen of maybe Sensei Wolf's henchmen when he comes back.
Well, if we go where he's from, it's possible.
Yeah, they go to China, bro, Hong Kong, and they fight Wolf.
Dude,
Oh my god.
I want to see that shit, man. You just make good ideas. Put that shit on the big screen, man. I want to see that shit.
That would be awesome. That actually would be cool.
Underground, is this the only poster you have? Do you not have the new poster that came out?
Oh wait, did we discuss the Karate Kid 2010?
Yeah, you missed it. Okay.
Okay, can you go back to it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
go
go
back
back to it.
Karate Kid 2010 so she can hear it. Do you want to hear what you missed, Melissa, when you were gone?
Yeah.
We both think if this movie was not labeled as Karate Kid, I think this is the best movie with the Karate Kid label next to Karate Kid 1 and 2. Because I think it's hard because it's not, at the time, it wasn't viewed as in the Miyagi-verse. But
Right.
when you look at it as an individual movie, well, Mr. Miyagi will always be iconic. You're giving me my number one favorite movie star of all time, basically mentoring Will Smith's son.
Yeah.
That I'm out of you
Well,
already
as a standalone movie, I agree. It's as a standalone movie, I definitely agree. It's the best. It's one of the best. My only problem is that my problem is that they have the karate. They have it as the Karate Kid when it's clearly kung fu.
Yeah, they should change the
Oh,
title.
get the hell out of here,
If they
David.
changed the title, it would have been different. I agree.
No, I'm sorry,
But
but
this movie, like, Chosen made a point, like, this
done.
movie had an arena that should have been the Sekai Taikai arena. Plus, it has also, you know, that makes a good point. You know what I just thought about Chosen that's kind of crazy?
Yeah.
If the writers wanted Iron Dragons to be a big threat, instead of Barcelona, why didn't we have the Sekai Taikai in China? That
You know,
Or
that
in,
would be
or in Okinawa or South Korea.
Yeah.
like somewhere like Hong Kong is China is a good place, Joe, because
yeah,
Iron Dragon's like a crazy dojo, right? You could have had
Yeah.
like freaking everyone going in China, freaking doing like this big world arena. Like it's a big arena. It's so
Yeah.
big where everyone's seeing it. Like, bro. Honestly, I blame Netflix because of the budget. I blame Netflix.
Netflix should have given the Cobra Kai writers more money so that they could have done some really cool stuff. I think that would have been awesome. You know, I agree. I think I think with this movie, like, I think this movie's only gonna get elevated by Karate Kid Legends, Melissa.
Yeah.
I think we talked about when you were gone. We're gonna do a watch party the week before Karate Kid Legends and rewatch this movie. Because I love this movie. I really enjoy it. Like, honestly,
Yeah, no, I definitely, listen, I definitely love this movie too. It's just, I don't like connect it with the Karate Kid,
Right.
the actual Karate Kid. And
I
it's
think
just,
that will
my
change when you
problem is
watch
that it feels more like problem is that with this, the fact that they put the Karate Kid logo on it just feels more like a cash grab.
Well, it's they needed money. Kung Fu at
Right.
the time wasn't as popular as karate was at the time. So
Yeah.
that's why and also, I
oh,
want to explain a martial arts thing for you guys that you guys should know.
okay, good. Yeah.
So the reason that they get away with calling it Karate Kid is karate is known as an umbrella martial art, which means that techniques that are presented in one martial art can also be presented in another. So basically, just so you guys know, Kung Fu is its own style, but there's different versions of Kung Fu, and you can label, and since karate has such a versatile style, you can actually label it as Kung Fu because there is
Joe's not wrong about that. I know about that too.
in karate. So, like, when I tell people I learned karate, some people always ask me, what's in karate? I'm like, well, all the techniques come from different styles.
Okay, so I didn't know that. I always thought that Kung Fu and karate were different.
There's differences where one style supports one different way of doing things.
That's the
but
thing,
there's
Joe.
similarities.
Because that's a good thing point. Because Kwan's a good example. Kwan is mostly uses Taekwondo styles, and I know that because I
Yeah,
used to.
even though Cobra Kai mostly relies on the continuation to karate, if you pay attention to Cobra Kai, there are certain characters in Cobra Kai where you even see they have more of a Taekwondo fighting style than a karate fighting style.
Because Kwan, guess what, Kwan? I know that Kwan because I used to do Taekwondo. Kwan, don't worry, me and you.
Which is why you love Kwan so much, because you have the Taekwondo influence, which is great.
Hey, yo, Chosen. I did not know that about you.
I'm actually, and here's the crazy part, Underground. Not only that, now I stopped doing it. Yes, I stopped doing it, but I did reach my black belt, my first degree black belt,
Oh, nice.
Oh, that's
like a
really
couple
cool.
of years
I
ago.
didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Can you still do a kick, Chosen?
No, it's been a little too
You're too rusty.
Yeah, it's been too long, bro. Way too long. If I was able to do it, I would have done it, but no. But Quan's kicks, like every time Quan does a kick, I know what kick Quan does. I know which kicks he does because I've seen it. That's why I love Quan. This is why I love Quan, guys. There's your reason.
Yeah, it's a good reason.
Yeah, it
And yeah, so I think we all pretty much like one thing I really hope, like if we're going to Karate Kid Legend, oh perfect. One thing I really hope happens, I hope that we get a moment because if we're gonna have Daniel and Mr. Han meet, I think one of the best advantages to do it is to have their styles meet of how to teach their kids. You know, it'd be really funny if imagine Mr. Han is trying to teach what's the character's name? The new kid. You guys know
Li Fong.
Li Fong. Imagine he's trying to teach Li Fong how to really get really good at karate, right? But he's teaching him the kung fu way, right? Imagine Dana walks in and he says, "Check it on, check it off, pick up your jacket," and then he goes in like, "Wait," and he's like, "No, wax on, wax off."
Bro, I'm sorry. That'd be funny, bro. That'd be the funniest part of this movie, bro.
Can you imagine those two looking at each other like, "Wait"?
That would be the best part of the movie. I would actually like. Not gonna lie, that would be the best part.
Can you imagine Daniel actually doing that?
Oh yeah.
Daniel doing. Sorry, that's funny, bro. That's funny.
I'm telling you, man. I know Sony's the one making this movie, but
I think there'll be good moments in this movie.
Ralph Macchio never says yes to anything.
No, he doesn't. That's what I was trying to explain to Cobra Kai Karate.
I think this movie's going to be goated. I absolutely
think so too.
That's what I was trying to explain to Cobra Kai Karate, but you know him. He doesn't. When he doesn't like something.
This is a day one for me, man. I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm gonna see this day one too. I don't care when it says. But
I want to say something.
Yeah, go ahead.
To these to this next picture that I want to bring up.
Okay.
Right.
Do you all remember when I said that that there is one leak that I regret seeing?
Yeah. What is it?
Yeah, which one is it? Oh yeah, this one.
Oh, yeah.
You know what's crazy about this one? And I was like, when I first saw this
one
before part 3 came out, when I saw this, like I was like, wow, this is crazy. And what's crazy about that is that before I saw it, I was like, wait, why is Miguel wearing a black headband? And then I was adding on to it. I was like, wait, did Johnny give him the headband? Because I was questioning it before it came out.
That was a beautiful moment.
Yeah.
No, but you made a good point, Chosen. I wonder about that deleted scene about Robbie giving Miguel the headband. That was
that apparently I heard it was a deleted scene. And bro, the fact that they deleted the scene where Quan's bullying Dimitri pisses me off, bro.
Oh, there was a deleted scene where Quan was bullying Dimitri.
Yep.
I wonder if that scene what it's gonna look like. What it looked like.
Apparently, from what I remember, and someone told me, you know how after the thing where they say in the camera they say "Welcome to Barcelona" or something like that.
Yeah.
And then that's where Zara meets Tori for the first time. Apparently, after Tori leaves that scene, Quan was supposed to say something to Dimitri before in the next scene.
Oh, what was he supposed to say?
So, from what I can remember, Let me see. Let me find it real quick, Melissa. Hold on. Give me 1 sec. Give me 1 sec. I gotta find it. It's gonna be.
Yeah, leaks were dropping like crazy for part 3. That was ridiculous.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
probably the ridiculous thing.
Somebody needs to get their screeners taken away,
Yeah.
and I still don't see any action being taken. Of course.
Oh, yeah, and I also saw that that scene uh where the uh where the ship exploded.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So I found it. I found it. What he said. So apparently, the scene after where Robbie goes after Tori during the aquarium scene. Apparently, there's a flyer, right? There's a flyer that Dimitri was holding. I don't know if you guys noticed. He was holding a flyer, and apparently Quan was supposed to smack the flyer off his hand. He's like, "Oh, aren't you supposed to be good at defense or something like that?"
Oh yeah. I
Bro,
remember
why
you
did they
said
cut that out? That could have been perfect.
Yeah, there was too many good Quan lines. They had to cut some of them. That sucks.
That sucks, man.
Yeah.
Quan was
And wasn't there also a deleted scene where it was supposed to show that Sam was training Tori and Devin in part 1?
Yes, there is the least. Yeah, I do know that.
We better see these deleted scenes after all the talk there's been on them. Like the fact that we haven't. If they would
Yeah, I
have
better see
for
these,
us
bro.
not seeing them, I'm gonna be very upset because
I better see these deleted scenes, bro. I'm not playing around anymore,
I don't know
bro.
if I can find the picture. But there's a picture from part 1 that I really want to see, where Johnny's in his Miyagi-Do gi, and Mike Barnes is in his red gi, and he was like showing him how to like do some Miyagi-Do. I think he's actually practicing the Miyagi-Do like wheel technique stuff, and then Mike was there observing. And the fact they cut that, I think, is crazy.
Also, I want to do one more thing with you guys before I go, because there's one more thing that I wanted to do, guys. I don't know if you guys want to do it. We're gonna rank all the characters in this season overall now that we're done.
Oh yeah,
So-
now that what's his face pissed you off.
Oh, can we answer Lori's question?
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, you can answer Lori's question.
yeah. Hold on.
What did Lori ask?
Okay, let me
How
rank.
would you rank every villain in show of
Oh, we
Cobra
can do
Kai?
that. I that's easy.
Go
Are we
ahead,
doing
Joe.
like we doing worst to best basically?
Are we including teens?
Are we doing teen villains or only adult villains?
Like, are we including like both teen and adults, or just adults? Right?
We could do both.
Yeah, I want to do both because it's more easier. So, I guess I can go first because I think I remember my ranking. So, who's the villain? So we got Quan, right? We got Quan. Freaking Kreese. I'm gonna include Kreese because he was still a villain in the beginning. Silver, Wolf, Master Kim. Sensei Kim was also a villain at a time too, so I'll include her.
Villain.
I think that's it, right? Is that
Tyler?
it? Kyler, yeah, Kyler. Thank you, Joe. Hawk
Yeah.
at times. I think Hawk was a villain at a time. Tori too.
Yeah.
Is that it?
I think so.
Oh, Kenny too.
Kenny had a villain arc, yeah.
Okay, so let me rank this. Okay, this is easy. Coming in last place, Kenny is by far the weakest villain, bro. I'm sorry. I couldn't stand Kenny in season 5, bro. He was annoying, bro. Every scene he's in, bro, I can't stand him.
Oh god, that's funny.
Bro, like, it's so annoying, bro. Like, why, bro? Next up we got is I'm gonna go Tori. I think not Tori, Kyler. Kyler, he was good. He was actually like now, even though he's not the best, that's
I
not
don't think that's not a real deleted scene.
that's AI.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
someone
saw
talking about
that.
the AI thing. Yeah, I saw
Yeah,
that.
that's AI right there. You can tell.
What I was gonna say is that Kyler, he's not the best, but he's pretty good at bullying people. So yeah, that says it. And then next up we got is I'm gonna go Tori. I think Tori, she was able to play that Saturday morning cartoon villain in season 3, which I would give Tori some credit. She was able to do it. And then next up we got is Hawk. Hawk was a menace in season 3. I'm not gonna lie, bro was a menace in season 3. I was like, damn, bro.
When he beat up Nate and took off his glasses, that shit was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, like bro was a menace. I don't know why. Like every time, like coming up next, and this might disappoint some people. Master Cam, bro. He had so much potential. That's why he's so low on my
Oh, I
list.
don't blame you. I think that's a good ranking, honestly.
He had so much potential. Like you could have done way more.
He didn't live up to what I thought he would, for sure.
Next up, we got is Kreese. I think Kreese was such a good villain at that time, like especially season 3. Like Kreese was a villain. in
Season
Season
3 was good, yeah.
Next up, we got is Quan Jae-sung. Quan, he was going all out, even with the wasted potential he had. He was still going all out in part 2. I'll give it to Quan. Next up, we got is Silver. He played a good villain. Silver is a good villain. He's a billionaire. He knows how to play his games. And then the best villain in the show is Sensei Wolf.
Agreed.
There you go.
Yeah, I think our rankings are pretty much very similar. I don't think I would disagree. I think the rankings are all pretty accurate.
Am I missing anyone? I don't think I'm missing anyone, right?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think I am, actually. I just realized it.
Unless you wanted to mention Miguel in season 1.
No, I'm not going to mention. Oh, wait, no, I am missing one. Zara, bro. What the frick am I?
You forgot Zara.
Out of all people, why forget Zara?
Yeah.
What the heck is wrong with me, bro?
I mean, Miguel wasn't really a villain in season 1.
That's
No,
the
he
thing.
was
That's why
more of a
I'm not going to include Miguel because he wasn't really a villain. I'm going to put Zara. She's definitely better than Kenny, for sure. Kyler, too. I'm going to put her right behind Hawk. So I'll put her right behind Hawk. That's
Yeah,
for sure.
I think that makes sense.
So yeah, there you go, guys. That's my ranking. Anyone else wants to do the rankings?
To do your, I think we're
Nah.
pretty good. Because I think we're all on the same page.
Yeah.
What was it about the villain? Right? You said character ranking.
Oh yeah, character rankings, right? You want
Yeah.
to do it? Okay,
Yeah.
let me do it. Let me share my screen.
You got a tier list? Okay.
Yeah, I got a tier list. Okay, let me.
Okay.
I got it up.
Hold on. Here we go.
All right, so we got all these characters. Now we're gonna do all of them. We're not gonna do like just some. We're gonna do all of them. All these characters are on the
Yeah.
list.
Even the minor characters. Oh god, that's funny.
Okay. The sensei from Tiger Shy. She was meh. She was meh. I don't think she was like.
I like when she got her shit rocked.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. Nate, trash. I don't care about Nate, bro. Range trash, bro.
Dang, Chosen going hard on Nate, bro.
Mitch, trash. Brooks, he was meh. I think Brooks was actually pretty meh. Like I don't hate him. Like he was actually pretty good in that one episode.
He got better on the college episode. I felt like we would like him more now.
Yeah.
Chris, he's a meh to me. Mitch is definitely a trash.
Yeah.
How the fact that Mitch disrespected Quan like that, bro? I'm sorry, bro. If Quan was still alive, he would beat him up, bro. And I'm okay with that. I don't blame him. Kyler, good. Kyler's good. He definitely became one of my favorites.
I liked him. I think after the college episode, I really liked him.
Anthony, he was pretty good. I liked Anthony. Devin, I'm gonna put her meh just because she wasn't that great in part 1.
But she came back around.
Yeah, she came
She'll
back
come
around.
back
though,
around.
so-
Don't forget, she did sacrifice herself in the second round in part 2 for the eliminations.
All right, Dimitri,
Oh,
go to
yeah.
trash. Dimitri, go to trash. You're terrible this whole season.
He got better.
But it doesn't save him for me because we still have the 10 episodes we have to deal with this bull.
Yeah, that's true. 10 episodes of MIT still sucked.
Yeah.
Oh, Kenny is going great, bro. Kenny is great. Actually, I'm gonna put Kenny in wasted potential. Actually, there's some
What? Really?
because part 1. I blame part 1 on this. You know why, John?
But they brought him back in part 2, man. Like he was.
I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, I'll put him top of good. I don't think he's great, but he's good.
I
Oh,
think.
Sean, I'm putting Sean wasted potential. Frick.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think the fact that you could have had Sean and Kenny in the same dojo is a huge wasted potential.
Maria was meh. Actually, yeah, she was meh. Actually, I'm putting her in good. She was good. She
I
wasn't.
wish they did more with her personally. I didn't feel like they wrapped up her story enough in part.
So you want to put her in wasted potential then, since they didn't do much with her?
Yeah,
I'm also gonna put Diego there too, and I'm gonna put the other one, the freaking Miguel 2.0 on wasted potential too.
they just weren't that interesting. It
Even the girl that didn't like
Yeah,
Sam, I'm putting her
yeah,
in wasted potential too.
yeah.
I think
The
I think
Irish girl, yeah, wasted potential.
I think they made a really bad mistake with Maria because Maria is an incredible martial artist in real life. I think they had a perfect opportunity to make Maria a perfect rival for Sam, and I think they absolutely wasted it.
Yeah, Hawk, you're going wasted potential, bro. Frick.
Yeah.
I think they could have done something so good with her, and they just didn't make her interesting enough.
But Joe, you know the biggest wasted potential? Hawk. There you go.
Oh yeah, we don't need to talk about that. I could bitch about that for hours.
Sam, I'm put Sam in good, top of the good. I don't think she
Yeah,
was.
I think I think she did. Despite what people say, I think she had a good arc. I think that her deciding not to fight was the most maturest decision, and definitely showed a lot of character growth and strength.
It also
That
brings Mark full circle from season 3.
That's the thing.
yeah,
And here's the thing: people might be wondering, "Oh, Stevio, if she had an arc in part 3, why do you put her in great?" Because this is the whole season, guys. This is not just part 3. This is a ranking of the whole season. So I gotta put her in good just because she didn't do much. She didn't do anything in part 1 and part 2. So if she actually did something, I'll put her in great. But I'll put her in good. She wasn't bad or anything. She's good. You know, like she wasn't like freaking Dimitri level or Mitch level, freaking terrible. Ewan wasted potential. Ewan is a waste.
Yes, I
Yeah.
agree. I agree.
I think they have a chance to remedy it though with the Chosen and Kim spinoff. Hopefully.
yeah.
Zara was she was
I put her
meh.
meh.
She was a meh. Like I don't think
I
she
put
did
her
much.
meh.
She did what I expected her to. I think she did good for what she is.
Yeah, I might actually put her in
All
good.
my expectations for her were met pretty well.
Yeah, I'll put her in good then. She's definitely not better than
She
freaking
gave
Sam.
Tori gave Tori a worthy fight.
Yes, Tori. Oh, Tori, she's going in great, bro. Tori,
Yeah.
her arc, like her whole arc, and the fact that she won the world champion is kind of crazy.
She probably has one of the best, well-rounded arcs of the entire show. Like I think that.
Yeah.
Quan, oh my boy Quan, wasted
I know you're gonna
potential.
put him super high.
I'm putting Quan wasted potential.
Oh,
Bro.
just because the fact that you're mad that they didn't keep him alive.
Yes, he's going wasted potential. You could have done way more with Quan. Actually, you know what? Even though he had wasted potential, I'm gonna put him in the best of the best, bro. He served well as a villain. I know a lot of people are gonna call me a Quan simp. I don't care, bro. I don't care what you saying. Freak you, bro. Robbie, sorry, Joe. Sorry. Robbie's going great. I think Robbie's great.
Yeah.
What did you say sorry to? What would you say sorry for?
No, nothing. Okay,
What
let's
did
go to
you do?
Axel.
Axel, I would say wasted potential or good.
I'm actually gonna put Axel in good. I think he was good.
Yeah, that's what I say. Either wasted potential or good.
Because I did like what some of the things they did with his character, like the way they wrote his character was actually pretty good. So I'll put her right beside Zara. Miguel. Oh, we know where Miguel is going. Best of the
One of
best.
the best. Yep.
Absolutely.
Beside Quan, bro. You went right beside Quan. Let's go. Dennis, wasted potential. Dennis.
Yeah, I agree. Fuck, pissed me off.
Freaking
Trash.
Trash. Master Kim, wasted potential.
Yep.
Sensei Kim. She was good actually. I'm gonna put her.
Yeah.
I'll put her actually at the top of good.
Who did you put in trash?
Freaking the sensei from Tiger Strike.
Oh yeah.
The red hook on
Hey,
steroids.
at least we got to have Gunther have someone to hit for once.
Actually, I'm gonna put Sensei Kim in gray. I think I'm gonna put her in gray. Okay. Mike Barnes, wasted potential.
Yeah.
She's only gonna get better once we see her in her own show, I think. So
Kreese. Now this is the whole season, by the way.
Yeah. And listen. I'm going to be honest with you. When we see Chosen, Kim, and Tori and Robbie and Sam in their own shows, they're only going to get better.
I agree.
I was gonna say, Kreese. I can't believe I'm saying this. I'm putting Kreese in meh, bro. Here's the thing, Joe. I get he got his redemption, but the whole season he's been a mess. Like this whole.
Yeah, I agree. No, I agree. I think part one, the whole him going super dark was weird, and then in part two, the whole him going well was
like that ruined the whole thing. Like I get he got his redemption part 3, but like that was only like 3 or 4 episodes out of 15. So I'm sorry, because you're going meh. Terry Silver, you're gonna go in good. I'm gonna put him in great. Actually, great. Okay. This is hard. I gotta decide good or great.
I put him in great. Great.
He started well as a villain. Okay. Chosen. Oh, Chosen's meh.
Chosen meh. I would put him in good. He was still good.
No, I mean, they did my boy dirty.
Joe, Joe, don't you think?
So I actually have a hot take on this. I think that season 2, they absolutely destroyed Chosen.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Like season 2.
No, in season 6, because I think that it's great that he gets a great ending, but if you love this character, and season 5 was so great with what they did with him, they had the perfect balance of him hitting comedy and hitting action, and they absolutely failed him in this season because he was nothing but a joke.
I mean, but to put him mad, like considering he's a legacy character, I mean, I don't know, like maybe I think he does deserve at least to being good, you know.
I guess you could put him in good, but put him in.
I'm putting him mad. I can't put him anywhere higher. Daniel is a questionable one because I did like what they did with Daniel.
I would either put him in great or the best of the best.
I'll put him in great. I don't think he's best of the best, but I'll definitely put him in great. Put him right there.
Are you sure like Chosen belongs in meh? Because
yes, if they, I said this before, and I have to agree with Karate on this. This is the one of the times where I agree with Karate. This is not the Chosen I know in season 5. Love and love. Like this is not okay. Sensei Wolf. We already know where he's going. Freaking top of the best of the best.
Best of the best.
Yep.
Johnny, you're gonna go best of the best too.
I agree. I don't care about what they did to him in part 1. I feel that he's still.
But yeah, this is my list. We got these terrible characters I don't even want to talk about. We got Wasted Potential. We got Sean. All these Spain characters. We got freaking Dublin Thunder. Let's effing go. Whatever. Frick. You got Hawk. Yoon. Dennis. Master Barnes. We got Chris. Brooks, Devin, Kreese, Chosen. We got Anthony, Kyler, Zara, Axel, Kenny, Sam. We got Kim, Silver, Daniel, Tori, Robbie. We got Johnny, Miguel. I'll put Johnny right beside. I'll put him right behind Quan. Johnny, Quan.
Really not. I mean, Chosen. No offense, but I would actually put him right next to. I would actually put him above Wolf, considering that he beat him in the tournament. I would put Johnny above Wolf.
But here's the thing: this is not the fighters; this is the characters of. Yes, he did beat Wolf, but his character.
I mean, Wolf's only been in 2 parts. I mean, like. Johnny had way more of a development than Wolf did.
I disagree with that. Johnny, I love what they did with Johnny in part 3.
So what do you think? Do you think Johnny should go above Wolf, or do you think Wolf should be above Johnny?
If you're talking of the actual characters, I feel that Wolf was the more satisfying character overall. But if you're talking, yes, he did beat him, but that would be different if this was a fighter's ranked. Because this is a character's ranked, I feel like the stuff they did with Johnny in part 1 and 2 just were such a wasted potential for his character that, yes, they brought us around for part 3, which is great. But overall, from just being in the short amount of episodes, Wolf commanded everything from the time.
Even Quan is higher than him. That's actually kind of embarrassing, bro.
Yeah, like
Would you say like Quan is really higher than him, or
Quan
He's
being
already-
higher for Quan being higher is a Chosen thing. That's not a me thing.
right?
If
'Cause
I did this list, Chosen probably wouldn't like where I put Quan.
Because here's the thing, I love Johnny. People think I hate Johnny. I don't hate Johnny. Like, he's great overall in the show. But this season overall, he hasn't been the best. Like, he just annoyed me in not season 1, part 1 and part 2. At least Quan, I can actually, like, handle Quan because Quan is a villain. He knows what he's doing. Quan knows what he's doing. Like, the fact that 2 new characters are the best in the season is kind of sad.
What's even sadder about this is like I noticed. I don't know if you guys noticed this. One of the best things about Johnny was how his comedy blended well with his with his action and everything. They didn't make him his jokes this season were kind of weak.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Like it's kind of sad because the reason people love Johnny is like he should have had better insults to Wolf.
Someone said earlier, Silver is the best. Here's the thing, I would have put Silver the best if they did a little bit more with him. But he's great for what he is. But yeah, Quan and Wolf, you guys somehow are the best in the season, the final season. I don't know how.
I think the thing that makes Silver lose volume is I noticed when he showed up in part 2 that the illness really takes away from Silver. I feel because
Anthony,
because when he fights Johnny and Kreese in part 2, I noticed that he's making the same mistake that he made when he was fighting Miyagi in Karate Kid 3.
Yeah,
where he's telegraphing his signature wheel kick he does. Which you would know, Chosen, when you're a martial artist, you never want to telegraph your moves, especially if you're fighting against someone that you know how they're gonna fight. It's embarrassing. And honestly, I know that illnesses can take form, but whoever the choreographers were and whatever, even though I know they had to sell Silver being sick, if Silver was sick, I wouldn't have made it where his sickness was affecting how he fought. I would have done something different.
Yep. Yeah. So this is the list. I know a lot of you might disagree with this because
I think it's a good list.
I like it.
Like
I think that my only gripe with the list is when I do my list, you won't like where I put Quan. But other than that,
where would you put Quan, Joe? Just tell me. Where would you put him?
You don't want to know.
Just tell me. I don't care anymore. Just tell me. Where'd you put him?
You sure?
Yeah, just say, Joe. Are you gonna put him in trash? Let me guess. He's in trash.
I would put him in great. If I'm being honest, I would put him in great.
Yeah, great. I mean, yeah, it makes sense. He was, if I wanted to put him in gray, I would like he's definitely right here. Like,
why is it not?
See, now that's a list. See that now with see, I would be okay. I'm okay with the best of the best being the way that it is now, because
you got freaking. Now I would move Quan top of grade just because the way they. I don't know if it's just Brandon Lee
above Robbie.
Yes, above Robbie. Like I love Robbie. Robbie's my favorite character. Like I know a lot of people call me crazy because I put him above Robbie. Robbie's my favorite character, but I'm gonna be real honest with you guys. Robbie's arc this season has been kind of to me. Like it wasn't the best.
Well, like I told you, if you accept Robbie's arc as being what it is, which is it's about Tori, you're fine. You just have to accept that.
Quan, I would put him right behind. I mean, I could put behind Quan I could put Robbie above and then Quan's behind. Like I could do that.
I would have put him. I think I would have been okay putting Quan in grade. I guess I wouldn't have pissed you off that much.
Yeah, Quan's not even that bad. Like people think he's like terrible. Like
no, I don't think he's that bad. I was just teasing you.
Like he's not Dimitri level.
No,
you know.
I think he's enjoyable. I like him. He did what he needed to do. He's the only true, proper teen antagonist we got.
Yeah. So
this the best of the best list. This I agree with. I mean, this list like Johnny. You have Wolf and Johnny like side by side each other. That's how
Oh,
it
my
should
bad.
be.
Hold on. My bad.
That's how it should be.
I agree.
And then you got Miguel behind, and then you got Robbie, and you got Juan.
You know,
Actually,
people say that Miguel was only good in part 3, but I think Miguel had one of the most consistent flow of storylines in all of.
I mean,
You know what, Chosen? You want to put Tori in the best of the best?
she pretty best.
Her arc is amazing. She should be up there.
Honestly, you know what? This might
You
be a
have
hot.
to have all 3.
You know what? I might. People might call me crazy, and this might be a hot take.
That's not bad.
She's right behind Wolf.
I mean, Tori had a great arc.
Like I don't know what it was, bro. Like the fact that we started with her, like she's slowly getting to Miyagi, but then something bad happens. Like, I don't know. I think her arc is like right there. Like she had the best arc besides Wolf.
Yeah, man. I think the thing that just makes Wolf so good is that you just know that we finally have a dangerous bad guy, and you feel it, and it just works.
So yeah, that's the list, guys.
All right.
You have more topics for us on Underground?
Yeah. I want to talk about this last picture.
Yeah, I saw behind the scenes video of this picture.
You know what's crazy, Joe? Remember when most people thought this is their final scene?
You know, I will want to tell you this, and I told Melissa this. I told people that this would be her training her for the Sekai guy.
Yeah.
I actually knew that too because I was like,
Yeah, so did I.
I was like, no way, this is the final scene, bro.
Listen, I always believed that even before this image was revealed. I always believed that Sam would be training Tori.
Also, one thing I'll say is that I hate to be this guy. This picture proves that Watch Party isn't always right.
Yeah. What was it that Watch Party said?
That he thought this was the rocky ending of the last scene that they see each other.
Hey,
Watch Party, you're
wait,
wrong.
hold on. I thought, oh my god, I thought the exact same thing as he did.
You know what? You know what's crazy, Joe?
Yeah.
Remember that? Remember in the trailer we saw the Cobra Kai gi in the back, and people thought that was Miguel.
Mm-hmm.
That was actually Daniel this whole time.
I know. I thought that was genius. Oh, also,
Yeah.
I was going to mention this. You guys see that deleted scene that's been floating around online about Johnny training training Tori, sparring with her on the mat to get her ready to fight Zara?
Yeah.
Why didn't we get that? That would have been amazing.
I told you, like I love part 3, but they rushed it too much.
But I do like this scene. I do like Sam. Like it shows Sam's potential right here. Like it really does.
Did you see the behind the scenes stuff with it, Melissa? This behind the scenes video that came out today about this one.
Yeah, I did. I think I did see that too. Like,
and it's like, and you know what the thing is too. What the funny thing is too. Even in this sparring scene, Sam was beating Tori.
Yeah,
I'm still gonna stand by my point that Tori is still the best female team fighter. Even though I know Hayden said. I know what Hayden said, but that's what
in my opinion, they're equal. That's all there is to it. In my opinion, I am so done. I'm so done. Now that they're on the same side and on the same team, I'm so done with this whole who's better, Robbie or Miguel? Robbie versus Miguel, Sam versus
Yes,
Tori.
I've been
here's my take.
So in my opinion, they're equal. That's it.
I don't mind if you think they're equal. I don't mind that. Like if you think they're equal, that's fine. Like I respect your opinion. But for me personally, I don't like the whole like idea of equal just because there has to be like a better fighter than another person. Like that's why I think like
I think that I don't think that that's necessarily true because what they lack because they help each other. Like
here's the thing,
what the other
that is
lacks,
true.
what the other lacks, the other makes up for. And it's
That's
like,
like,
and Sam training Tori and Tori training Sam, like that's like perfect. And
here's
like
the thing, Melissa.
it's the
I
same
personally
thing with
think that
Miguel. It's the same thing with Miguel and Robbie.
I
Like,
get that, but for me personally, like if I wanted to like rank like power rank the male team, like the male, let's just start with the male, right? So we got Miguel, Robbie, Axel, and Quan. Those are like the top four. If I wanted to like rank, I'll put Miguel in the top, and then Robbie behind Miguel. I actually think Robbie and Axel are equal. I think Robbie and Axel are
And
equal because
I was gonna say that in terms of power rankings, if you're gonna do that, like the writers, in my opinion, I love the writers. It's cowardice to not admit when we have evidence of the characters being stronger.
Miguel literally won the world champion, so Miguel
Yeah.
is the better fighter. Like I
Yeah.
love Robbie. Robbie's my favorite character, but
And
even
while the writers will never say this, and I will say this, yeah, Miguel is definitely the best fighter because not only did he win the world champion, he has also proven time and time again why he's the most versatile fighter.
that's the thing. I think Miguel,
Yeah.
like he's the best one.
I
And
would
then
agree with that.
Robbie and Axel are equal. I think Robbie and Axel are equal. Those two are
Yeah,
equal.
I would agree with that.
And
It's
I
just
also,
think
Chosen and I were talking about this the other day. I also, you had something to say, Chosen? Go ahead.
And then Quan, he's right behind. Quan is all the way behind Axel. Like he's way behind.
Yeah.
Like he's not even close.
That's what happens when you get a knife kicked in.
And then in
Yeah.
terms of girls, I think Tori's is the best one. And then behind Tori is Sam. And yes, I think Sam is better than Zara. I do agree with that.
There is one reason why I think that I do agree with, even though it's hard to imagine them being on different levels. There is one unfair advantage that Tori has that Sam will never get the opportunity to have, unfortunately.
what?
Sam may have been a Miyagi-Do her entire life, but Tori started with something that makes Miyagi-Do absolutely how do I
She's
put
got
it?
the kickbacks boxing, right?
Yes, and kickboxing
But
is the
the
best.
thing of it is though too, Joe, is that Sam beats Tori more often than not.
Yes, but here's the
That
thing.
is true. I get that, but like at the same time, like, I personally think that Tori is like the best one. And I'm not saying it's because Sam is.
That's because that's also in the writing, though. Because the thing that you have to remember is Tori chose to fight with what she learned at Cobra Kai. If Tori would fight with what she learned from kickboxing, Sam wouldn't be able to win because there is no winning against kickboxing. It's one of the most elite forms of
That's the
martial
thing,
arts.
Joe. I wanted to bring something up too. This is not, and people think that I'm hating on Sam. I don't hate Sam. Like
I think Sam's incredible for what she is.
She's better than Zara. Like I'm saying, she's better than Zara. I don't think Zara would beat Sam. Like I'm gonna be honest. Sam would destroy Zara in any fight in time. But I don't think. But I personally think that she doesn't beat Tori in terms of like the past.
I agree. I agree with you, Chosen, because I personally feel like that the kickboxing puts her ahead, and the fact that she, I don't know, just they're both very strong, and they both, like you say, Melissa, you can see the equal point, but Tori is definitely.
I don't know, because don't forget Sam was training Tori, and it's because of Sam's training that partially because of Sam's training that
that's where Tori
was able to keep up with Zara.
You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy, Joe? You know the kick that Tori did? Hey, Tori, thank you for honoring Quan. That's the kick that Quan did.
I wonder if she did that because of him.
I don't know.
Quan would be like,
But what I was saying though is like it's like the reason why Tori was able to keep up with Zara is because of Sam's training.
Yeah,
so it's like, I don't know. So it's like I don't know.
But
that's what I'm saying. Like that's why I see them as equals.
But the only reason that Sam needed to train Tori is because Tori's heart wasn't in the fight yet. When Tori's locked in and she's in the fight, all the moves that she does, that's what she has learned from her experiences. All the ways that she fights, the smart way to fight, the way she chooses to fight, that's from her.
And here's another thing. I think Sam is still like a great fighter. Like I see a lot of people think that CVO, you just don't like Sam's skills. I don't know where you're getting that from. Personally, I don't know where you're getting that from.
No,
Like
I see
I
what you're
just
saying.
said, Sam is actually better than Zara. Like I know
There is one way that I think Sam could have been better than Tori, and I think that this is a missed opportunity for the writers. If Sam would have stayed when they still had the two dojos, if Sam would have been in Eagle Fang for like a year or a couple of months, she could have split the difference.
that's the thing. Like if she was like, and I agree with that, Joe. If she was in Eagle Fan a lot more, and if she learned a lot more from Johnny, I would say that Sam is better than Tori. I would say that.
The thing that really beats and this actually weakens Sam a little bit against Tori is the fact that Sam has better defense than she had offense, and now she has both. But when Tori, because of Cobra Kai, kickboxing and Cobra Kai, they complement each other. Because in kickboxing, you're learning to do counters and to do fast strikes. And so I think the biggest thing is they complement each other. And when Robbie came over and passed on the good Miyagi-Do secrets to Cobra Kai in season 4, that's when they split the difference between Tori and Sam. Like, I'll be honest with you guys, I don't know what your opinion on this is. If they rewrote the scene and they didn't have the cheating ref, I think Tori would have won in season 4. I still think that when they were fighting in an actual fight for points, yes, I think that Sam deserves to win, but I think that Tori would have won.
I actually agree with that. Tori could have won.
No, I do. I do agree with that. And then that way it was set Sam up to become the world champion.
Yeah.
And season 6.
Yeah, they could have done that if they would have not done the cheating ref.
That's what I'm saying. Is like I mean, don't get me wrong. I love part 3. I mean, I'm happy that Tori and Miguel became world champions, and Tori got a legit win. I just like for me, it's like, and I'm not saying this like I'm the type of fan that just like thinks that the characters are defined by a trophy. I don't think that at all. I love the characters for who they are, and I'm happy to watch them. I'm happy watching them grow as they go beyond that. I just want to like when we do get a Sam spinoff and a Robbie spinoff, I want to see them win at least one tournament. Just get one tournament win.
Yeah,
you know?
I agree with that. Yeah, definitely agree with that.
You know what I mean, Joe?
Yeah, I agree. I think that should happen for sure.
Yeah, because I said this many times, like even though like I know that I wanted to like Tori to beat Zara, like that, like I always wanted Tori to beat Zara in the Secret Attack guy. That was pretty cool, but I feel like the Sam does need a win at some point because, Sam is like she's like one of like the character, like one of the original characters, like she's an OG in the show. Like you need to give Sam something because, it makes sense actually. I'm thinking about it.
I mean, like I said, I'm not saying that Robbie and Sam like they're like their characters are defined by a trophy. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying like I just would be great for their characters just in general, just to get one tournament win.
I
agree with that actually.
I think there's a good chance of it happening.
And I want to actually like see it. I don't want to see them actually mentioning it. Like, Sam won a couple of tournaments. Yeah, I want to actually see it.
I believe we'll see it. I don't have a doubt in my mind.
Look who's back.
Yo, what's up, guys? Sorry, I just need a little bit of a break because I was like a little upset about what Loser said earlier in the stream.
So I actually have to start heading out. This was really great. But Joe, I'll see you for our Miyagi Kai podverse. Let me know the time.
Yeah, I will get it figured out and ready for you.
And Beyond the Kai, we should definitely stick to doing this. For for a long while, if that's okay with you.
We always have a fun time. Just even if we're not talking about Cobra Kai or anything, we're always having a fun time.
Yeah, we could talk about like yeah. Let's say like you can talk about
Yeah, party time. Like Chris said,
Yeah.
party time.
Yeah.
Cobra Kai, Marvel, DC, whatever the heck you guys want to talk about.
I mean, we could make a whole stream like talking about the spin-offs and like what we just did with like the movies, but this time like we could do it like differently. Like we could do it like instead of like doing character arcs, we could do it like we could also do a tier list in terms of story and plot.
There's so much potential when you think about it. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. I'll see you on Instagram, Joe, and Beyond the Pie.
All right. Yep.
All right.
See you,
Bye,
Melissa.
Dark Chosen.
Yep.
Bye, Jake.
Bye,
All right.
Melissa.
Bye.
See you, Melissa.
What are you done?
Yeah, I was just taking a little bit of a
Oh
break. 'cause
yeah,
after
you know
what-
another thing I just realized, Jake.
After what the loser said earlier in the stream, like the moment he said Jake needs to get contacts, those glasses look terrible. I was like,
Yeah.
Don't worry,
I saw
Jake.
that
Don't
too.
worry. Slenderman's gonna deal with him, if you know what I mean.
oh my god, that I literally wanted to explode when I saw that comment. I was like,
See, now we get it confirmed. That's who you were in the stream earlier.
But you know what's crazy?
That you're Slender.
I'm actually excited for this new clown movie. I think it's called the clown name is Friendo or something like that. I'm actually excited for this. I actually think this might be a hot take. This might be more interesting than the Terrifier movies.
What?
that's shocking coming from you.
Yeah, because I was looking up the books for this movie because there's actually a book for this movie. It looks way more interesting than the Terrifier movies.
Yeah.
That's shocking coming from you.
And
That's shocking to hear coming from you, Chosen.
and I am probably gonna go see this.
You're gonna go see
I
it?
probably am.
Yeah, because I'm gonna say it looks way more like I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the vibe. Like I actually think this is way more interesting than the Terrifier movies.
Yeah.
Like Art the Clown. You have a challenge, bro.
Yeah, that's shocking coming from you, Chosen, because we all know how much you glaze those terrifying.
But here's the thing. Like that's the thing. Like Art the Clown, he's in danger. Art the Clown's in danger. He has a challenge now.
There's another clown that's dethroning him.
Yeah, like this clown is actually like I actually am excited for this movie, and I don't know if I told anyone this. I am gonna be seeing Brave New World tomorrow, so that's gonna be.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you're gonna go see Brave New World. Have fun with
I don't
that.
think it's gonna be like terrible, like freaking what's that movie?
It's not
Like
that bad.
Love and Trash is a good example.
It's got its moments. Like there's this part in the final the fight at the end of the movie towards the end with Sam Wilson and Red Hulk. Sam Wilson has the line of the movie in that fight. And you probably already know what it is because I said it already in multiple screens before already. But I'll just say it right now. It's the line in the movie.
Yeah, the other thing, like I don't think this movie is like Love and Trash level or freaking Multiverse of Madness level. Like I don't think it's that level where it's that bad, but it's not gonna be the best. I think it'll be in the middle of my ranking.
And Underground knows exactly what line I'm talking about because he loves that line.
Someone
too.
said, "Wait, when is
Yeah.
in the comments?" I'm frustrated you didn't put. Bro, the reason I didn't put Silver in the best because he didn't do much in this season, bro. Like he was there, but he didn't do much.
Is it silver?
And also, you said you were unsubbing. Why don't you leave?
Yeah, why didn't you leave then? Yeah, we go on something. Leave. Yeah, bro.
Oh! Since you didn't put silver in your top, that's the best. I'm unsubbing, and now you're saying that I'm just frustrated that you didn't put silver in the top tier. Yeah, why don't you just leave?
You are the weakest link. Get the fuck out.
Oh damn!
You know the one show I need to catch up? I need to catch up on one show before this freaking other show
What
comes
does
up.
that?
I need to catch up on Daredevil, man. I'm still in season 1.
Oh yeah, you got.
I'm gonna finish it, I promise. In my life, I'm gonna actually. You know what? I'm gonna screw it. Forget about the other shows. I'm gonna just finish the whole Daredevil series. Frick it, wrong. I'm gonna.
And do what you gotta do.
Well, I'm hearing that all the other shows are going to be
Oh
important.
damn it, Jake! I can't. I don't think I'm able to finish the whole thing then, wrong. Because I got only freaking how many days?
You'll be able to catch. You'll be able to catch up in time.
Actually, I might.
Yeah, yeah, because
I mean, I'll say this: Jessica Jones is not an important show to watch. Like once you meet Jessica Jones, you'll understand her character.
Yeah, I think I will understand her character. I think
like Jessica Jones isn't that important.
I think I've seen scenes of her character online before. I think I was watching some YouTube stuff about on the Netflix series, and I've seen clips of her. I think I know what her character's about.
Like Jessica Jones is a good show, but you don't need to watch it to understand everything else that's going on.
Yeah. I'm gonna watch Daredevil, Punisher. What else? What else do I need to watch?
Yeah, Daredevil and Punisher.
Iron Fist, Luke Cage,
oh,
To the
oh,
Fighters.
oh, and fucking Defenders.
Yeah, I said Defenders.
Defenders. So yeah, I'm gonna watch Daredevil. I'm gonna finish the season because freaking Daredevil. It's freaking Daredevil.
Luke Cage,
Oh,
Iron
let me
Fist.
see. What is the?
Silver was the main villain in season 6. He did a lot more.
That's
than
not
Wolf.
true.
Yeah, no.
That is not
no,
true.
that's
Wolf
not
did way
true.
more than Silver. Where are you getting that from?
Bro,
buddy?
Silver didn't do jack shit, bro. He was killing.
You're dreaming, bro. You're dreaming shit, bro. You're
Silver's dead, bro. Accept it.
Yeah, Wolf is alive. Wolf is alive. Silver's dead. Ha ha.
Plus, if they weren't on the same team, Wolf would kill Silver in 2 minutes.
Yeah, with that. Yeah, you would do the shallow sunset.
But and who did Johnny fight in the second Tekken? He fought Wolf. Did he fight Silver? No, he fought Wolf.
Can I say something real quick?
Plus, he loved Silver, but Johnny took out Silver in 2 minutes with a sidekick, bro.
Here's the thing. I gotta give it to Johnny though. The fact that Johnny was able to counter the shallow and sunset is wild.
Well, let's think about this, Chosen.
Oh yeah.
Remember season 4?
Yeah, like bro was able to counter anything, bro. That's
He
why
countered the pressure point and the shallow and sunset, which is why I've said this before, and I know we said when Melissa wasn't here that we weren't gonna say who's better or not, but I don't care what Daniel does in Karate Kid Legends. He's not touching Johnny.
Johnny's become way more powerful and OP.
He's easily the strongest good guy sensei.
But why you guys simp for Wolf? Wolf barely.
Yeah, and why?
had
I have a
any
question.
screen
Why
time.
do you sim for Silver, buddy?
It's not about screen time. It's about what he does. It's about what he does with that screen time.
You guys care about screen time,
Yeah, who cares about screen time?
It's about what he does with
What
the
matters
screen
is
time.
what they do in that short
If you
amount of time.
understand writing, you understand that it's the presence. It's the fact that when he's in the screen, he is killing it. He is proving he's a dangerous villain. And unlike Silver, he doesn't shy away from hurting kids. Silver's a bitch. Silver didn't mess with a single kid.
Wolf wasn't in episode 6 and 7. Well, was Silver in episode 6 or 7? Right there.
So we have a question. Punisher was only 2 seasons, right?
Correct.
Okay,
Only
so
2
the from what I'm seeing here, it's Daredevil season 1, Jessica Jones season 1, Daredevil season 2, Luke Cage season 1, Iron Fist season 1, The Defenders, Punisher season 1, Jessica Jones season 2, Luke Cage season 2, Iron Fist season 2, Daredevil season 3, Punisher season 2, and Jessica Jones season 3. That's the order.
Dude, I'm so sick of you Silver Simps. You guys never give a good reason for why you love Silver.
Well, here's the thing, Maury. Was Silver in episode 6 or 7? Nope, he didn't show up until episode 8, bro. So don't give us that shit.
Who is this Lori? Is this one of
Joe, why you hated on Silver? He's not.
Wait,
hating
what
on
did he say?
Silver.
Wolf wasn't. He was in episode 6 and 7. Are you blind? Okay, yeah, you.
Wait, yeah, he was.
You didn't watch season 6. You're not a true fan. You didn't watch season. Get out of here, fake Cobra Kai fan. Wanna be little boy.
And even if he wasn't, hey, was Silver in episode 6 or 7? No, he was in episode 8, bro.
What?
He first showed up in episode 8.
To go.
If you're making a film on Silver, why are you?
He
hating on
doesn't.
him?
Oh,
He's
you
not
don't know. You
hating on
don't know
him.
that. I changed my movie. I'm not doing a movie on Silver anymore. That's why it's taking longer to come out. I'm rewriting the entire script.
Yeah, because you know why
I
he's
no
right? Because
longer wanted to be related to one of the weakest, most pathetic old men in the history of this universe.
Yeah, and we don't want a certain somebody to be watching our movie and going crazy.
I don't want
for it.
to make things that would please people that have decided to torment me for the last 2 years. So, no. Plus, the legacy of Silver is over. His story ends with him and Kreese dying on the boat.
Why you even here still? You even told Underground you're unsubbing to him.
Get out of here. Go cry to your mom's basement and like.
Why don't you just leave?
No, go cry to your mom's basement because you won't get any girls, bro. No girl will touch you.
Go cry to yourself. Remember that you're never going to see anything else with Silver ever again. He's done.
I don't even care at this moment.
The Silver age is over. It's time. Gone to the wolf, baby.
Like, I don't even care.
Gone to the wolf.
Yeah, Silver's gone.
I don't even care now.
Well, I don't care about that ponytail bastard. Wolf is better.
I don't care about
Yeah,
that
you know what?
point.
I agree. I don't care about that ponytail bastard. The way he did my boy Robbie dirty.
Yep.
Freaking ponytail bastard.
You
You
care
can't
about, you care about the guy that does the same kick he's done since Karate Kid 3, and that's the only move he knows? Like, I'm Terry Silver. I'm going to do a spinning hook kick because that's my favorite kick in the world. Oh, okay.
Hey, freaking Daniel would counter that new crane kick in your face,
I
bro.
can do a spinning hook kick in my sleep. And good move to combo, but it's, come on.
Hey.
All right, guys.
I know how to do Shell and Sunset, bro.
Are we Underground? Are we gonna still hang out in here after you end the stream?
If you guys want to.
Yeah, sure. Oh, so now Joel is a Silver hater. This debate is over.
You
This
never won
debate
any
not
debate.
over. No,
You never won
okay.
any debate. This isn't. I'm not a Silver hater.
You didn't win any debate, little bro. Go cry to your mom's basement, bro.
Yeah. Now I know that you're Silver.
We knew you were.
All
Silver.
right, guys. Well, I'm gonna end it here. I want to thank my friends on here, Joe, Jake, and Kelton for being on here, as always.
And Melissa as well.
And I also want to give a shout out to Tyrell and Melissa for being here as well. even
All right.
Dude, I can't believe
even though Tyrell is
Tyrell never showed up.
somewhat
Yeah, Tyrell never showed up.
Yep.
busy, so like,
That happened.
share, comment, and subscribe. And
Yeah, go ahead.
Get a life.
And remember.
Y'all silver haters. Wow,
Okay.
really?
And remember, guys. Remember, guys. The lesson of the day. Remember to go to the Clown Cafe with Art the Clown.
you call us silver haters, but then you forget that that I was a fan. My favorite season of the show is in season 5, so I love Silver. So you're just a loser.
By the way, guys, we're still gonna be in here hanging out.
Yeah.
Clowns.
Go back and watch my seasons ranked if you want to call me a silver hater. Dumb
Art
bitch.
the Clown Underground. Art the Clown is.
Brandon Lee. What about Brandon Lee?
Art
all
the
right,
Clown
well,
is coming.
all right, guys. See you back here next Friday for
Yeah, and Art the
for-
Clown will be there too. Yeah.
for episode 25 of the podcast. And
Jake.
all right,
Art the Clown, Jake.
all right,
He's
guys.
coming next week.
At the Crown Cafe.
Yeah, drop
All
by
right.
down to the Clown Cafe.
All right, guys.
Oh, God.